So let's see his hand right now. He's got the test of skill.
Yeah. Anyway. So. that fate counter might come and go depending on how available our producer is for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah. Shane's got a fan on him.
Now, do you know if he triggered the Satoshi yet?
I didn't see him do it, and I don't see an Imperial card, so I gotta assume no. Yep, I hear you.
I think maybe the reason why you don't trigger Satoshi yet is because you want to give the opponent less information, like how many keeper initiates you pitch or something. But anyway, so it's going to be a military conflict with the Brass Samurai going into the Meditations province.
Let's see what happens here.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Iono, by the way. Just trying to think about what June was thinking.
So Satoshi, sorry, Shirisuke is the defender.
Yeah.
First action by Shane is to use the effect on Shirisuke.
Hey, and Nephril, thanks for the shout out. I just saw that. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Sorry, when you react to chat, read out the chat like thing, because like in the video later on, they can't see the chat. So.
Travis just informed me. Sorry, Victor just informed me. You guys can't see what everybody's typing later on, so I'll try to read out what you guys are typing out.
It's a message to all the YouTube watchers in the future that are watching this video. But yeah, so goes for the honor. So now we got 4-5 with the. Yeah, 4 or 5. 5 military strength with the Imperial favor.
Yeah. So it looks like Jun's just showing that he's got the Imperial favor as well. So right now it's actually 5-1, 5-2.
Yeah, 5-2 because of the honored status. So Bonsai coming down on Shane's side.
Ooh,
and a censure. Nice.
Now, did he? Yeah, he canceled it outright, so that honor should be coming back. There you go.
That's why
would you have let the first
ask.
one go? I think I would have let the first one go.
Yeah.
Instead of bring it up to.
Well, there might be another buff in June's hand because he really wants to break that province.
Yeah, that's fair. And there's the Harrier. Excuse me.
The skirmisher. Yeah, that's the one we saw earlier. He tried to play in the.
So it'd actually be 5-3 right now. We're gonna adjust this really quick.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Shutarev. I hope I said that right. For the shout out, says production value is very good, and this is all a big part of this is Victor. He sets all this up.
Travis, 100% the overlay.
Travis built this overlay, so I mean it's something that I noted. We talked about it offline, and it'd be something great to have in something like Jigoku. So, anyways. Amazing value, yeah.
Shane was thinking about using the Shiro Nishima, I think it's called, the Craft Stronghold.
Saw him reach for it, yeah. Let's see what he does, though. I believe it's, is it June's go?
Yeah, I think it's June's turn to act.
Weapon Taco, thank you for the comment. It says here, overlay is great, but announcing is just as good. So, thank you. 6
versus 3, Brash is 2, Glory. It's, wait, 4-5? Am I missing something? Yeah, it's 5.
I think it's 5-3, Iono, 88.
Because Brass Samurai has 2 strength plus 2 Glory. That makes it 4 strength.
Here comes the Satoshi.
Yeah.
He's gonna aim for the palace, I assume. Oh, look at June counting down with the fist pumps.
Yeah, I saw 2 initiates get flipped actually.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
There's the Imperial Palace.
Yeah.
But now he has to choose what to replace. Probably the. Is it a 3rd keeper he flips over? Oh no, Shirisuke. Okay.
So how many cards did he just flip? Did anybody do a count?
It was like 10, something like that. Yeah. But he got two keeper initiates actually. That's pretty
beautiful.
Huge.
That was a good move.
Oh, sorry. Did you bonsai miss it?
Yeah, I guess we must have missed it. He did play the bonsai. Thank you for catching that, Iono 88.
Why would he bother fishing for the
yeah. Actually, one. Okay, yeah.
There we go. Good break.
So Fire Province trigger. He's going to dishonor Satoshi.
See, I wasn't sure if he's going to do that because I thought he might have wanted the Voice of Honor on, but you know what? Satoshi,
yeah.
two glory.
That might indicate he doesn't have a Voice of Honor in his hand, though.
Yeah,
it's possible.
Because he's got the Fate Worse Than Death in his hand. Though.
I don't see a. Voice of
I can see why he has a
Way
Way of the Crane, so doesn't need it.
And a test
Noble
of skill.
Sack. Yeah, you know what? Maybe. But we'll see what that test of skill gets him.
This is a rebuild. He's going to get back to Iron Mine, probably. Yeah.
And that's one of the most frustrating things about playing against Crab. Anybody that's played against him will notice. It's so hard, right?
The worst is when you're a Dragon player and they flip Karada District turn 1.
Oh, gosh.
And you just throw everything at it, and they're just like, yeah, rebuild.
So this is going to make it tough. That early discard of the Imperial Palace by June might come back to bite him. Now that Shane has his Imperial Palace up. And on the Shameful, too. That's tough. And now we see the test of skill.
Most likely naming event, right?
Oh, wow. There you go.
Okay, well, it's a good
So
thing
if you didn't think he had Voice of Honor,
yeah.
now you know he has it.
This is the third Haruma Skirmisher on Shane's side.
Yeah, we knew. Yeah, June knew he had it in his hand, so I gotta assume he had some sort of answer to this because we saw it earlier.
Yeah. Well, no, we knew he had this second copy.
Yeah.
Right, but this is the third copy.
Oh, is this the third copy?
Yeah.
My
This is his third copy so far. I think it's June's turn to do a conflict. Yeah. No, sorry. It would be Shane. So you actually have to switch the initiative over to June's side. Yeah. So now Shane actually, I wonder if he's actually going, well, I guess he does poke. Mm-hmm. And he's going to poke past probably the the Harrier.
See, I'm still a little confused on that that dishonoring Satoshi play because I would imagine with the Fate Worse Than Death in your hand prior to this test of skill,
right,
you might even use it on him when he does hit with political.
Yeah.
That was covert.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah, it was covert on the Harrier. Yeah. Well, you covered the Harrier because you kind of actually want. I think he wants Jun to defend with the Whisperer.
Yeah.
So that way he won't be able to counterattack with the Whisperer on a political.
Jun's asking to see the
discard pile.
Dynasty discard.
Yeah, because he just declared a military Earth Ring, right? He wants to see how many Keeper Initiates he has in his discard pile.
I saw two.
Two, yeah.
That
was a
is
really good
that a bonsai
flip.
In his hand?
Yeah, I think there was a
Bonsai,
second
right?
copy of Bonsai in his hand. So he will defend with the Doji Whisper. That's going to put, no, 0. It's, 1 with a military favor.
It would actually be 2.
No, it's 0 plus 1.
Oh, I apologize, yeah.
I thought it was 0 because I didn't have the military favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Assassinate or? No, that's a Voice of Honor, right?
You still missed the I do, yeah, you mentioned the Assassinate in his hand, right?
Is that Assassinate?
It is.
Right? Okay.
I would Assassinate. Well,
I wait for the pump.
Thing is, yeah, first you pump, but the thing is the Assassinate is, because there's an Iron Mine in play,
Ooh.
it's not as appealing to Assassinate.
Yeah, that's true.
This is the Ayuchi Wayfinder coming down. I guess he just showed it to Shane. We weren't able to see it, though.
No, we weren't.
So now he's at
2.
Yeah, 2 strength.
Looks like he just wants to win the ring, bring in the Keeper Initiates, and hit back. Hit again, I mean.
I would play a defensive. Well, sorry, he has a.
He's got the Bonsai.
Well, he also has a For Shame. Like, you could just play For Shame, dishonor the Haruma Skirmisher.
That's true.
I got a judge call. I gotta go.
Okay.
Sir.
Gotta love the Nationals life, jumping up and down and deal with tournament rulings at the same time as trying to cast an event and run the stream.
Yeah, Victor just headed off to answer a judge call, and we got Travis with us on commentary again.
Yeah, so today we have day 1B of X-Wing running, we have day 1 of Armada running, day 1 of Netrunner running, day 1 of Game of Thrones running, and we have the top cut we're just finishing off here for Legend of the Five Rings. So it's a full house, and on top of the rest of the board gaming convention that's happening this weekend.
There comes the assassinate, and he forgot about Iron Mine, it looks like. That's a tough one. He's going to look at for shame somebody instead. There you have it.
So yeah, that does hurt quite a bit.
Oh yeah. So that early honor lead whittled down to 7-5 now, and Weapon Taco says that's more coverage than FFG does for their events. LOL. So you know what? FFG they did their best. I think they did provide some additional prizes at the end.
Yeah, Asmodee Canada helped us out with the prize support for this event at least. So.
Wish this was a
Yeah,
Kote.
just tell them all the things that are running right now.
Yeah. Do wish this was a Kote though.
Yeah, I mean, I wish this could. Hopefully we'll get one in Canada.
FFG, if you're listening, it'd be great if you could send that our way, okay?
Was that calling in favor, stealing
That
the
was,
fan?
but look, if he puts it on his honored guy, voice. There you go.
Yeah.
He's gonna lose his voice of honor, but that's an interesting move because the fan's gonna disappear anyways, right?
Is this still is this between conflicts?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I stepped out for a second. I missed it.
So yeah, Jen defended the Earth successfully.
Very nice. And so we're about to go into
Although he did assassinate and
Yeah.
Shane was able to use the Iron Mine to keep him alive.
So you know anything about Iron Mine, right? Especially if it's on a province that's already broken. Like there's no downside to just spending it as soon as possible.
It's a little bit of a mistake on Jen's part, I believe, but you know what? We all make it sometimes, and you learn from it.
So now Shane's actually going to use this opportunity to relieve some of the honor pressure by doing a political air conflict against the fertile fields. He does have 4 strength because of the fan. This time, the young Harrier is not going to be able to provide any defense. There is a fate worse than death, but it feels kind of bad when
when he's already dishonored.
dishonored.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying earlier. But you know what? Sometimes it's hindsight, and in a tournament setting, you're on stream. You know, your nerves get the better of you. It's easy to watch and kind of critique, but I'm sure these guys are pumped, but at the same time, they're nervous too.
And June's had to play more games than everyone else.
Oh yeah, June's fatigued. He's a dark horse, like I said. Anybody joining recently, he's played
This is
a
the
game more
third
than
game
anybody.
for him, and then Shane's only played 2 games so far.
This is what happened there.
He played fate worse than death. Yeah. I think Shane's fine with that.
How many rings? Is he going to win 3 rings?
It looks like
Yeah, he might be able to retain the favor.
No, he can't. He has 0 strength. He can't win.
So they're cleaning up, so I got to assume this is it. And
Wait,
I
that
think
was
June.
that was 0 strength.
The Harrier was dishonored, right?
That's right.
Was anyone defending that thing? Okay, we're gonna go fix that.
I'm just gonna make sure
Yeah.
that.
We're just gonna go check to see if
Yeah,
that was
because I'm pretty sure that
the Harrier was dishonored, and that would be
0
ring goes
strength.
back to the middle.
So if that was the case, then it's going to be 2 rings, 1, and that actually means that Shane's going to end up with the Imperial favor because he has that Imperial Palace. So yeah, I think he's just realizing his mistake now.
There you have it. It's been corrected.
8-9. Yeah. Okay, so yeah,
Good catch, Travis or Victor.
it's good. We got lots of heads working together on this one. It's so easy to miss all these tiny details.
Yep.
And I know there was some talk about there was some talk about whether it's okay to intervene as spectators during the Paris Côté. Thing is, like with this event, we're sort of pseudo judges for this event.
Actual judges.
Actual judges, yes. Well,
Oh wow, 2 brash samurais.
so it's important to maintain game integrity, I think, rather than let a bunch of bad stuff slides. But yeah, 2 Brass Samurais and a Guest of Honor showing up. But that's a massive Hita Guardian coming into play on Shane's side. It's a +4 buff.
Wow.
If he wants it.
So I think I made my opinion clear on the Discord channel there. I think it'd be, having 2 sets of eyes on any sort of finals matchups makes sense. And if it's players or judges that have experience, I think it makes a big difference.
Now, let me ask you something, because you said you play a lot of Jigoku.
Yeah.
And I know Jigoku actually has quite a bit of automation.
Right.
Do you find that getting used to that automation, that when it comes time to sit down and play real-life games of L5R, you find yourself missing triggers that are normally taken care for you?
Yes and no. So, any players that have, that I've played, anytime we can hook up on Discord and have a chat, we all agree that in person's the ideal way to play. But what Jigoku, I think, has taught some of us is there are certain points in various phases where you can declare an action or play an action that you wouldn't necessarily know about. So I think that's where it helps. But certainly on the downside, it gets you lazy. You're gonna miss things sometimes too. So
I will say though that actually because of Jigoku, I now remember all my Seeker and Keeper triggers.
Bingo. You know what? If it wasn't for Jigoku, I wouldn't get nearly as much practice as I needed for packs. And I think that's the biggest thing because having a solid meta to play with, a good number is great. But if you're in a climate like Canada and Toronto in particular, if it's going to be snowing, if it's going to be tough to get out to the store, Jigoku's your next best bet, and I'm really grateful for it. So there you go. So what are we looking at now?
Well, we're looking at a really big board advantage on Shane's side. And the problem with Brash Samurai is that you can't send both of them into the same conflict.
So I'm very curious to why he's not fading the Samurai. Anybody that's watching online, maybe chime in. But I'm just a little shocked on that. So I mean, it's a great card. Self honors. Can self honor again if anything happens to it.
I think it's my favorite 2-drop.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just again, I'm not a Crane player, so I wouldn't know, but. I'm just very surprised. So they passed.
Devin's got it.
Let's see what the bids are.
Now, yeah, I think Shane's decided to switch because he has such a big board advantage. Now he wants to start switching into honor pressure.
Yeah, he's putting a lot of honor pressure.
Because Jun ended up, so Jun no longer has the Imperial favor. So even if he drew stuff like Akita Yoshi or whatever, he wouldn't be able to trigger it. Yeah. And he had a pretty small hand size going into this turn. So now I think Shane saw the opportunity to start applying the pressure.
So the earlier move to run the calling in favors. I guess he had to do it, but it's making it a bit tougher now without the...
I don't think that calling in favors was worth it.
I agree.
Because I generally
I don't want to say it that way. But
I know. Yeah. Well, to take nothing away from June, but I usually save that stuff for talismans and spyglasses, right? I mean, just a simple buff, and it wasn't really like a vital conflict, or sorry, no, it wasn't even during a conflict.
Well, he was gonna fate worse than death to the guy anyway, so
yeah.
Weapon Taco says his honor is getting a little low. He may want a pad. Hey, that might be it. So having the Brash Samurai self honor and then just die honorably.
So military water conflict at the Manicure Garden
with one vengeful berserker.
Vanguard Warrior.
Vanguard Warrior. I don't know why.
The Vengeful Berserker is the lion card. No, it's because it's Vanguard and Vengeful. I don't know. It's Breast. So that's 4. 4 versus 2, I think, or 3, right? He has the political favorite. Okay, so he's 2. And Shane has got 8. Okay, so that just looks like Shane's just going to let that go without any contest. I think that was mostly to get June to commit the Brash Samurai. So now, with him having done his job, he's going to make sure that Shuryusuke sticks around for the entire game. Yep. How many turns has that thing been around for? Like 3, 4 now?
Yeah, you know what? That's crazy. That's Shane's
and he's been drawing cards off it every turn,
exactly.
Right? So that's why he doesn't have to bid high anymore. He just needs to find a spyglass now throw it on Satoshi.
I'm surprised he hasn't put one on yet. So
Yeah.
guess not the ideal draw.
I mean,
for
he's
Shane.
not going to be drawing a lot anymore. So if he didn't already have one in his hand, it's going to be hard for him to find one. But the beautiful thing about Satoshi is that he can keep himself around with his. He can basically search for his own duplicate. So military void coming into a pill. No, that's a defend the wall.
Defend the wall
on Shane's side. So starting with 2, it's probably going to be 4 in a second. But Shane has the first opportunity to act. And right now he doesn't need to do anything besides trigger the Yasuki's ability. See a talisman and some other attachment, I think.
So Jun's feeling pretty secure right now, you know, because his 2 Voice of Honors are active. But what he may or may not know is that Shane's running 13 attachments.
Yeah.
So the chances of him having an additional attachment is pretty high. On top of that, you know, you're not even going to see it right now because he's probably just going to pump. But it's going to be a tough one for Jun, even though he has that security in terms of preventing events. It's still going to be tough for him.
I do notice though that this Iron Mine is not going to. It's not going to do anything this turn.
Yeah,
there's nothing go away, and actually, it's funny because Jun did a Void Conflict, but he's doing a Void Conflict with an Iron Mine in play. Like, this is actually not going to do anything because that Iron Mine was going away anyway.
Yeah, you know what? That's
right?
a good point.
Yeah.
Good catch, Victor. I think that might be a bit of an error on his part.
I wonder if
and now he's going to pay for it too.
Yeah.
Because if Shane wins this conflict, that board's going to clear on Jun's side. This might be a critical error.
The only thing I could think of is that he did it because he didn't want Shane to void back and get rid of the Brash Samurai's fate. But I don't know. I mean, I think I would have probably gone for maybe Earth to deny it from his opponent.
Oh, he's got a second fate worse than death, but he's spending it on the Hida Guardian. Ouch.
Well, you know, that actually makes sense because
he's gotta. I get it.
Yeah, because that Hida Guardian hasn't triggered its ability yet.
But think about the resource swing there. That's like a 4 fate and a card to just ouch.
Now he can use his Iron Mine.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, that's what we were saying, right? Because
That's tough. That's tough.
So using the Shiro the Crab Castle thing to pump. He's gonna bonsai back. Do you know if this Whisper is in the conflict?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I wouldn't imagine why you'd send it in, but
yeah.
I'm surprised that he's not self-honoring. Like is there a reason for that?
Well, that's why I'm wondering if this guy is in the conflict with him, because then he wouldn't be able to.
Oh.
No. It's awkward. I'm gonna assume that he's not there.
So Iono 888 says there was also a fate on the Void Ring. Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's where you want to go, but...
Weapon Taco then follows up by saying he thinks air would have been better, and I agree as well.
I think at that point, Void was just... it didn't make any sense, right? So, we'll see. But hey, there you go. Now Iron Man can only save 1.
Still, I mean, if you're on Shane's side, you got to feel good when your opponent burns a fate worse than death on your Hida Guardian.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm just. So what's happening here? Was the Whisper in the conflict?
No, I don't think so because it didn't bow, right?
Fourth spring showing.
Yeah.
So it looks like it might have been an error on Jun's part again, not self-honoring the Brash Samurai, which was probably one of the triggers that usually most Crane players remember. I'd say there's a lot that people forget, but that's probably one that you usually remember. So surprising one there. And there we see the spyglass on Miyasatoshi. Looks like he's decided who to keep. No surprise. Yeah, Iono 888 says with honor would have been 6v2, so a break. I agree. Weapon Taco follows up with does Jun have favorable? Yes, he has a favorable ground there, ready to go. Why would that? I don't think that would matter though. I think no matter what, you'd still honor that brash samurai. But let's see what happens. So he's going for the air ring. He's hit a manicured garden.
Oh, he did end up with a spyglass on Satoshi.
He did. Yes, that's what we missed. Victor just joined us again.
I guess that could probably cost him a fade, huh?
Did he spend the fade?
Yes, he did. I just got him
Okay.
right.
Oh, okay.
So what's nice with having 3 pairs of eyes on this is one person's running the interface,
sensor,
one person's looking at the rules, and the other person being me. All I do is commentate. So, all right. So what did we miss there? Was it a swung in?
Yeah, I think he.
Got it.
Successfully defended.
Yep.
So
And-
no break, but got the ring.
So he ends up using the Iron Mine on Miya Satoshi. He will lose Heated Guardian this turn, I think. Yeah, losing 1 honor. Bringing Shane down to 5 honor.
No, he already lost it.
He did? Okay.
Yeah, he was upset.
Okay.
Did he play a reprieve? Why is the Yusuke still on? Or no, it was the Heated Guardian that
Yeah,
left.
it was
I
the Heated
apologize.
Guardian and the Satoshi that had no
right.
honor. Sorry, no fate on them. But look at the money Shane has.
So this is not a good
Oh
spot.
my god!
Not
And,
a good
and a
spot.
Vanguard Warrior. This is Crab late game as its finest. I actually never, when I play Crab, I never get to this point. But yeah, this is where Shane has successfully denied June the Imperial favor for so long. Forced the discard. Well, not forced the discard, but that baffling discard by June on the Imperial Palace. Now, I will say on June's side, he hasn't really had a chance to find any of his quote-unquote crane heroes. He's just drawing them now with Doji Hitaru and Kakita Sami that just entered the flop.
You know what? Even with Hitaru, though, I don't think that would even be. I don't think the flop mattered. He had so many brash samurais. He had the guest of honor.
Yep.
He had a pretty good chance. It must hurt right now to be holding on to those 2 voice of honors. That's all I'm thinking. That's going through June's mind.
Plus, I mean, June only has 9 fates, but his entire flop is expensive characters. So he can only really afford to play 1 or 2 if he doesn't care about having them around for the next round.
Yeah. Looks like
So-
he's gonna go with his champ. 2 or 3? 2.
2 and then pass.
2 and then pass, because this might be over before then. He might go 3 to protect against a void ring, though.
Now do we know that does he have a political rival? Yeah.
Yeah, no. June's got a good a good number of conflict characters in his deck, but
Because if you go 2 pass, then you can theoretically play a political rival from your hand
as an
without-
emergency,
Yeah.
Well, there you go. 2 fate, and we
Suichi.
see Suichi with 2 fate. Oh, 4 fate Suichi. That guy's gonna
Why
stay.
not? Well, that's I guess. Yeah, I was gonna say, is he even gonna play the Vanguard Warrior? I guess so.
This is where you need to win a fire ring with the brash samurai and then noble sack against Suichi, because if you can't get rid of him, I think you're pretty much screwed.
Yep. Now, but if June draws a Noble Sacrifice, he can use it with the Brash Samurai against Satoshi. But we were comparing, I remember we were comparing Ronnie's and June's decks earlier. We noted that June only has 1 Noble
One noble
Sacrifice
sack.
in his deck.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
I see an Assassinate. I see a Political Rival, actually.
And what's the last card there?
And it's Steward of Law.
Steward of Law.
Was the 3rd card that he drew.
He used up all his 4 shame. Or he used up 2 for shames already, or 1?
I think so. I think it was 2 for Shames.
That sucks, because everybody loves that combo, right? Steward of Law for shame. So this is a tough spot for June.
Do you even attack?
I don't know. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't even know what you can do in this scenario.
I wonder if Shane drew any Watch Commanders.
I might be able to see his hand here. I think I saw a Bonsai. No, did see a Watch Commander type card. This is a tough one. For
The problem
June.
is like you attack and then Suichi coverts your other guy and then
you're screwed.
yeah, and
Especially
then
at
all of a
that
sudden
honor.
all of a sudden you start losing honor because you can't defend.
This is gonna be tough for June.
He does have a political rival though, so he could after Suichi attacks he could defend, especially if it's a political conflict. He could throw a political rival in on defense, but
Oh, he's gonna attack with it. He's gonna covert. So Iono 888 says water political with Hataru would reduce the crab board to Suichi. Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. He's still got to win it.
Yeah,
and with
that's
political
true.
rival, that might be the case because he'll be able to take that. He'll be able to swing and prevent him from coming in. So
well, it's like June read the chat,
Yeah.
so he's gonna do exactly that. He's gonna Toji Hataru and
you
political
know what's
rival.
funny? When I was listening to the
Yeah.
chat from day one and you guys are commentating on my game, I felt like you guys are reading my mind because it was almost in sync.
Oh, no, sorry, we were getting help from the chat. They were telling us what to do.
Oh, come on.
I didn't even see that play. Jeez, I wonder what he coverted. I guess it looks like he coverted Satoshi. I mean that makes sense. So, but the Shujisuki still, and he's gonna put a fate on Satoshi. I guess he was just afraid of the assassinate. I mean,
No, that was actually to prevent. Like now that water ring's useless. Is essentially what he just did. So
that's heads up play, man. It's been a long day for me too, so I'm starting to miss all these obvious plays. But like, yeah, that was definitely the kind of thing.
he didn't know, and he didn't need to do it right away. But I guess
Right.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe to prevent the assassinate.
Yeah.
Although with 4 honor, I highly doubt he'd pull that off.
Now that's like this is insane because like yeah, I'll send in the Yusuke. All I want is the card advantage, and
So here's the nice thing.
Yeah.
He can actually pull back that political rival with the favorable ground.
oh, that's true.
Right, and that would protect him against the counter swing.
Yeah.
Um,
This is a very complex board actually. It's deceptively complex. The series of events that have unfolded to this point.
well done with Shane there. Well done. Uh-oh.
Just lets it happen. Okay.
Oh, he didn't do it. So
Okay. So June probably didn't see that.
because he could. Oh, that's a toughie. That's a tough one.
because
right
now
there.
Suichi. Well, the thing is, like, Suichi can covert the Brash Samurai, but he can still favorable ground it in, right? And then defend with the Brash Samurai?
He could. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he can. Right now, that political rival on defense would have been massive because
Right.
he cannot be coverted.
Exactly.
And that Brash Samurai on military would have been great.
Right.
So this is tough. June's in a little bit of a hole, so let's see what he can do to dig himself out. So Shane's playing with almost perfect knowledge right now because he had a chance to look at the other province, so he knows exactly what's underneath there. We don't,
Right.
so that'd be a surprise for us.
And also, those two Voices of Honors are actually burning a hole in his hand because even if he honors the Brash Samurai, he needs 2 characters honored at least.
Yep.
Because of that shrewd Yusuke. He could do something like assassinate the Yusuke and then honor Brash Samurai to turn on Voice of Honor, but then you go down to 1 honor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Turkzord, hope I said that right, saying that he is forced to take this break, so with 2 points. That's why he can't use the holding. Okay.
So political air? Political earth. That makes sense. Get back your keepers. And draws with the spyglass. Looks like a charge. No, I don't know if that was the one you just drew.
So Turkzord's putting out a good point right there. On a points basis, this would keep June alive. So again, one thing that most players don't remember is that, you know, at the end of the day, this is the finals rounds. It doesn't matter if it's like a full win or a modified win. So I mean, something that I always forget.
The funny thing is, actually, if it goes to time and nothing changes, as long as June doesn't let one of his provinces break, it doesn't matter if Shane's more honorable and has the favor. That's 4 points to 3.
Yep.
Right.
You know what? Something that I don't think of.
I don't think that we're going to see. I think we're definitely going to see the board change for the 13 minutes is actually a long time. I know it can feel like it goes by quickly in L5R, but
so I see a second voice. I mean, I see a way of the crane in his hand, so he might potentially have a pretty strong board next turn with the Toru powered up.
So wins the Earth conflict.
Here comes the keepers.
Yeah. Now this was undefended, right?
No, he moved it.
No, he moved in.
Enable guides for the.
Okay.
I thought he had more than one too.
He had 2 keepers
there
at
it
least.
is.
Yeah.
There you go.
I wonder why he's not using the fancy full art keepers we gave him yesterday.
I think he caught it. Joseph from Cincinnati saying he missed the keeper.
Remember that chat is in our past a little bit.
Oh, is that right?
Is it like a what? Like a 30-second delay
like,
or something?
It's like 30 seconds to a minute. They're seeing our commentary then.
Got it.
4 honor for Jim. So it's June's turn to do a second. Yeah, it's June's turn to do a second conflict now.
I believe so. Yes.
So I think I would go perhaps for Void, maybe.
That's tough though. Where's he gonna go? Defend the wall. If he loses it, it's gonna hurt him. So yeah, he's gonna try to swing into Shameful, which will neutralize that Brash Samurai. Now, if he had honored that Brash Samurai last turn, this Shameful display would be useless.
Would it? Because he's probably gonna send in his monk and honor it.
Not completely useless, but I mean, at least it wouldn't hurt you as badly as it's gonna hurt you now.
Yeah, you're right. Because it would be honor, then it loses honor, then he can just gain again. But this time, because you can only trigger once.
Yep.
Yeah. This time because you can only trigger it once. Yeah, Tono says June might end up losing because he forgot to honor Brash and break a province. Yep. Although, like I said, as long as June doesn't lose a province and he can make it to like the end of time, then as long as he survives the end of the turn after that, he wins on tiebreakers because he has 4 points to Shane's 3.
So he remembers to use the trigger this time. Let's see if he might have to bust out that test of skill with that one fate there.
Yeah.
Either that or he's got to save that one fate for the what's this? Losing my mind here. Steward of Law.
Right.
Let's see what he does.
I mean, if he was planning on using Steward of Law, he would have probably done it before he attacked the Shameful display.
Oh, sorry, I should clarify. Steward of Law to actually have a defense against the two keepers coming in.
Yep.
So, let's see what he decides to do.
So I'm assuming Shane triggered the Shameful and then Jun just re-honored, right? With Brash Samurai?
That's right.
Okay.
Christian needs something I can help.
All right. So Victor's run off to judge again, and we got Travis back with us.
I'm always lurking in the wings. Okay, so that conflict is over. Shane claims the ring.
Guess he decided to play it safe. Hopefully that Steward of Law can prevent a break. We haven't been able to clearly see what's in Shane's hand, so Let's see what happens. Oh, he's going for the air ring. This is interesting. He doesn't know that. I guess June has a Stuart Law in hand, so he's going for the full, for the full win here, potentially. Oh, what a fortunate.
Oh boy, that's Stuart of Law.
You know what though? Shane knew that was there though, so he must have something.
Well, he probably doesn't care.
Yeah.
He's seen 2 Harriers played. He knows he has Stuarts of Law, so I mean, if he honors it, he doesn't really care as long as he's not getting the dishonor.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I don't think he's worried about too much bad possibilities from the shameful display, and it's an easier break if he doesn't have anything to play.
June's deciding. Actually, I don't know what he's deciding. It's an auto for me. However, I guess if you even just honor one of them and dishonor the other, it would lower the numbers. It'd be really,
No, the numbers would be the same.
Yeah, it'd be this. No, because it'd be. No, you wouldn't want to do that. I take that back. Because they have 2 glory each, so it'd actually be very detrimental. He's got to play that.
Well, I mean, it's not a break right now, so it's not even worth playing anything yet.
Yeah, there you go.
So I don't know if I'd do this before Shane gets up to more than 2 strength.
Yeah, but if you pass, you'd be down to 2 honor, and that would be scary, right?
Sure, but he's not going to win. He's not going to win the conflict right now, right?
I think he's just trying to prevent the break.
Sure.
You're right. I mean,
Yeah.
like ideally,
they're not breaking yet.
You wait till he busts out the bonsai first? Maybe, yeah. I don't know, but playing this bumps him up in honor, as opposed to being down 2. So at the end of this, he'd at least be at 3.
Yes.
Is Shane holding his cards upside down? Is that his
Shane is a player. He drives me crazy because he will have his cards upside down. He doesn't care if he boxes his deck. He's the only player I really know who doesn't care which way his cards are facing.
Amazing.
Even in his hand sometimes. It drives me crazy.
Good guy. So I wonder if he split the bonsais, because that would be a good move. But
yeah, I'm sure that he did. 6 yet.
Here we go. People can't be dishonored. Steward of Law prevents it.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, all he could do is honored. All he could have done is get to. He could only get to 2 strength, so he was going to lose even with the shameful display.
I hear you.
He might as well take the honor.
Can he still activate it?
Yes.
Oh,
because one of the dishonor doesn't happen.
Yeah. As long as the board state changes, is I believe the ruling. So, yeah, Travis is gonna run over there and inform them.
So actually, with the break, now with the break on June's province, that means Shane is winning now. If it goes to time.
Yep. Turk Zord says here he was able to honor Steward of Law. We're actually heading over to.
I think he ended up doing it. So you see the honor token on the Steward of Law.
Yeah.
And
so they were actually able to kind of rectify that situation on their own. Like I said, Travis had to run past like 20 tables to get there. So by the time he got there, they figured it out. So good on them. For the most part, almost all players that I've encountered in the tournament so far have been very, very helpful to each other.
That's good. So. Yeah, I think the somewhat more casual nature of this tournament kind of helped that a bit. I mean, what was your experience like attending a Kote? Like as far as competition and sort of like giving the players a break, that sort of thing. When you went.
You know what? At PAX, I didn't know what to expect because this is my first LCG, and on top of that, that was my first tournament period. And everybody's really helpful. Obviously, there's going to be a couple of more intense players out there,
for sure.
But for the most part, the community within L5R they've been nothing but amazing. So, it made it really easy for a new player like myself to adapt to, and I really appreciated it. Yeah.
So Witch Hunter coming out on Shane's side to start with.
Look at that flood of fate there. Just, my goodness. And he's got that break too. So
I don't know if Shane actually knows how much time is left because that's.
They just know. I was just told that there was 5 minutes.
Okay, well, see, yeah, I mean.
I mean, either way, they're allowed to play out the turn. So.
Well, for sure, but I'm just thinking. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I know that's kind of metagaming it a bit, but I mean, the time is public knowledge, and if you don't think there's going to be another turn, I don't see the need to put any fate on that thing. So Daidoji Narishima comes down on Jun's side, and then Kyu Suichi gets duped. No? Decides not to do it? That's a Heated Guardian with Fate on it.
So good point.
Turk Sword?
Yeah, by Turk Sword. Putting that extra fate might help when if I guess a void and water would come down. But I mean that's highly unlikely at this point, given that Shane's got first go, and I could imagine him Jun being able to choose both those rings.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, good point.
Do you know how many cards are in Jun's hand?
I didn't actually look, but I
don't think there's a lot. I don't even know if there's any cards in this.
No, he's got a chunk right there.
Oh, okay.
But I'd say 5 or 6. No surprise, one each.
Yeah.
Although, I don't know, if you were Shane, would you have bid a bit higher?
If I knew this was the last turn of the game, probably.
Yeah.
Because all you have to do is do a quick count, and you know that you're going to win. Right, because right now they don't... right now I think if you were to count it up straight up, I believe... No. Sorry, I'm mistaken. Actually, Shane only has 3 more points than Jun. Because they both have 2 broken provinces, but Shane has more honor and he has the Imperial favor. So with 25 seconds left...
First play.
No, the favor, yeah. Do you want to go and tell them? Yeah. Okay, so he's going to go and announce the end of time. And so, unfortunately, we don't have a table microphone, so we're not going to be privy to the concession discussion. But, like you said, Tony, because this is a elimination cut, there's no incentive to concede to your opponent. You're just going to play it out. So, time has been called. Travis just called time, so now they're just going to evaluate the board, and they're going to come to the conclusion that Shane has 3 more points than Jun does. So all Shane needs to do to win this game is break 1 province. So, but he has to be careful. He has to break 1 province without letting Jun break 1 in return. So this is probably going to be a political... Actually, political would be weird with Jun having Doji Hitaru in.
Jun does a smart move, moves the favor into the middle so he can see it. But Shane moves it away.
Okay, so he's gonna send in Suichi, Emmett Satoshi. He's probably gonna covert Hitaru.
You think so? Not the guest of honor?
Oh, that's true, actually.
I think I might go for the guest of honor.
So 11, looks like 11 tower, political. Is it 11?
Oh, he's going military. That's interesting. That is really interesting, actually.
That's just 5 strength, right? If he's doing military?
Yes. Yes.
Looks like it, okay.
Looks like he coverted the guest of honor.
Yeah, you were right. Guest of honor. Draws a card for Spyglass. Looks like an attachment of some sort.
So, I mean, look, it looks like Shane's got this in the bag, but Victor, what would you say, what could Jun do to win this?
Well, in order to win this, he would have to, what he could do actually is simply end up with more honor than Shane.
Okay.
And then not lose any provinces, right? Because then if he ends up with more honor, it's -2 points for Shane, +2 points for Jun.
All right. So, but he's okay.
Yeah, defending with Hitaru. 2.
So I'm a little confused here.
Yeah.
Why did he need to use the? Why did he need to use the favorable grounds to move in Hotaru when Guest of Honor is the one that was? That was.
Yeah, I don't know. I think June might simply be looking at numbers, like math. Like, oh, Hotaru has 2 more strength than Guest of Honor, and if I honor her, like he's doing right now, he's going to end up with.
Military conflict, right?
Yeah.
You know what? I feel like it is a political conflict, but they put it on the wrong side. Yeah. See, that's what I
There you
figured.
go.
Yeah. Thanks,
I
Shane.
was shocked. So I mean,
Now, obviously, they're taught. He declared it at the table.
Yes.
Both players, I'm sure, are good with this.
Yeah.
So.
Like,
yeah, we're far away. They can't
Again,
hear
if we
us.
had a table mic, we would know right away it was a political
So
conflict.
this is interesting because had he just, assuming Hotaru wasn't the one who was converted,
Yeah.
if he had defended with Hotaru and kept that favorable grounds and swung back with the Guest of Honor, he might have had a chance to activate the ring by just favorable grounding her in.
Yeah.
So interesting move. Not sure. Again, we're not hearing everything. We don't have perfect information here, so maybe something that we missed. But
if you click it.
interesting move from June.
I think it's because I switched it.
Shane's playing spectacularly.
I broke it.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever. So Steward of Law and the Taru. So that's 13 to 10, right? That's 13 to 10.
No. Oh, you got a fan?
Yeah, and he ended up honoring Satoshi as well. So 5, 6, 7 plus 4. That's 11, 12, 13, 14. Actually, 15.
15 with it.
Yeah, 15.
Not that it would matter, but did he even use the meditations, or he's just like forget about it?
I guess he forgot about, but that doesn't really matter,
Yeah,
right?
he's
This
just
is the
like,
last
forget about
turn. All right, I gotta just check the board. So you're gonna do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you concerned about?
So I'm counting 15 political strength versus 10. So I think that should be broken. Yeah. Right? Am I right about that?
Yeah, I think you are.
And did he play? Why is he readying Suichi?
Well, definitely 10 on June's side, but let's count that.
Satoshi.
Oh, so there
Oh,
you
sorry.
go.
Satoshi was
So
honored
Satoshi
as
was
the result
dishonored.
of it. Yes. Okay. Thank
Better
you.
tell Travis before you.
Well, he's clarifying. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So 0 fate, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fate for Shane. 4 fate, 4 honor versus 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. Oh, so he sacrificed, yeah,
So, dishonor was removed as
as a fire ring.
And that's
right?
game.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
game.
Yeah, he realizes he's got an army of standing characters. Steadfast Witch Hunter, Hida Guardian. This was a example of a crab deck where you get your holdings early. He got his card advantage with Shrewd Yasuki. He managed to keep that Shrewd Yasuki for like 4 turns. Yeah. And so he got insane card selection out of that. He denied.
Look at that. He shows
Yeah.
off 3 charges. Wow. Oh, no. Was that in his hand?
In Shane's hand?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, but he had so many. It was all holdings, right? So
No, I
that's-
know, but he's
that's
just
funny.
like, hey,
yeah.
look what I had.
Yeah. But yeah, he denied June the Imperial favor. So we saw an example of this Crane deck. While it can be really insane when you have the Imperial favor, that once your opponent gets a control piece like the Imperial Palace, manages to deny it to you, your game plan can crumble fairly quickly. So that's going to be the conclusion of the semifinal match. The other, like we mentioned at the beginning of this round, the other player who made it to the final is Gunnar, and he's playing Dragon Lion. So the final is going to be Crab Unicorn versus Dragon Lion. We're going to take a few minutes to take a break, and we will be back for the final round of this L5R Breakout Festival. Thank you so much for watching. Okay. All right, welcome to the final match of the 2018 Breakoutcon L5R Festival. My name is Victor. I'm here with Jigoku Online expert Tony.
Hey guys, it's Tony. JD Sauce on Jigoku.
So we've got Shane, who was the top, I believe he was the top ranking crab player in Swiss, and he's made it all the way through all the crane decks. He's played against a bunch of opponents, and now he's made it to the final against Gunnar, who's playing a very interesting dragon paired with lion deck, something that I never thought I would see at a top table. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring up the decks very quickly. So left and the right decks, we're just going to review them. And for this round, we have 100 minutes going into the final, so no going to time like last time. This is going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight until the very end. So we see Gunnar's deck in the screen right now, and you see his Lion Splash, 3 Vengeful Oathkeeper, ready for battle to counter all the bow effects that are in the game, and interestingly, 1 for Greater Glory, just like a random for Greater Glory. Yeah. That's so weird.
He's also got the 2 Mia Mystics over there, which is not as typical. It would be very helpful against Shane in this matchup. So, interesting deck.
Yeah, like you mentioned, Shane is an attachment-heavy deck. So we can go ahead and take a look at Shane's deck as well, see what we're talking about. So you can see it's Ornate Franz, Reprieve, Spyglasses, Talisman of the Sun. So it's a very defensive crab splashing unicorn. And you saw its effectiveness last round, how it was able to grind out a win against June's crane splashing scorpion deck.
Yeah.
And so we're going to see how this one plays out. So Gunnar starts out with a Niten Adept. And yeah, Gunnar starts out with a Niten Adept, 1 Fate on it. Shane following it out with a Caillou Envoy, 2 Mia Satoshis.
Wow, right off the bat. And that's great value because you're going to get that Fate back and you're going to get to draw a card. So great move on Shane's part. And this is going to make it tough because you're not bringing out Yokuni with only 5 Fate. So this is a tough one for Gunnar. This is yeah.
You bring up chat.
So this is a free attack, right? Oh, Feast or Famine.
Ouch.
If I was Shane right now, if I had a way to break that province, I would just charge right in there.
Dynasty now?
We're still.
No.
We're in we're in pre-conflict.
Yeah.
Here it comes. You gotta assume he's got a bonsai now. I don't have Gunnar's. Does Gunnar have conflict characters?
Yeah, Gunnar has Vengeful Oathkeeper. He also has Vengeful Oathkeeper and Togashi Kazue, Tattooed Wanderer. Are the conflict characters you play. So I think in previous matches we've seen Gunnar's deck on stream. He has played out Togashi Kazue as a character and not as an attachment, but looks like thanks. So it looks like Shane decided to go after the Feast or Famine, but Gunnar had a Miyamoto's Fury to bow it.
Of course.
So we'll see if Shane has another conflict character in his hand.
Yeah, he's got 3 Tattooed Wanderers,
So this is Gunnar actually just playing out a Vengeful Oathkeeper just by paying full price for it, for the counterattack. So there's been a lot of really tricky moves so far in this game.
He plays
Yeah, he just played it out, didn't
trigger it. Interesting deck.
You know, Vengeful Oathkeeper at first blush seems like a weird include in a dragon deck, but hey, if you have a bunch of attachments, You know, it goes from simply being like just a 2-strength character that can't really break provinces on its own to like attack with Vengeful Oathkeeper, play dice show,
and it comes back to your
it
hand.
comes back to your hand.
Yeah.
Use the stronghold. You could just surprise break a province from out of nowhere.
And you can boost with your own box as well. Wow.
Exactly.
Good point.
So, gonna do a most likely a military conflict. We'll see who he goes after. My money would be on Borderlands Defender, I think.
Yeah. I mean, because he's got 2 Satoshis.
Yeah.
Now, you gotta expect Shane to have a charge here, right?
Oh, maybe.
Defend the wall.
Yeah, well, I mean, defending the wall, not going to do really all that much on this board if
great
Shane
choice.
wins. Shane wins a
Oh, what's he got?
conflict.
He's got a Spyglass, Watch Commander. That's all I caught.
Yeah, so attachment heavy, an attachment heavy hand, which may also be the reason why he just chose not to play a bunch of guys who wants to set up for next turn. But Kitsuki's method, so that's going to bump Gunnar's up to 3 political strength, and then with the box, it's going to make it 4.
And that breaks. Wow.
Man, I thought when Shane played that way of the crab turn 1, I thought Gunnar was like Gunnar was on the ropes right away. But now I see the power of the Vengeful Oathkeeper. But Shane's got a Haruma Ambusher to answer with. Covert triggers, not that necessary though. Let's see if he actually has any buff of his own to take out the Feast or Famine province.
So I saw Reprieve. You got Ornate Fan in there too. Going for Earth. Feast or Famine. You take out that Yokuni too. Oh, he's
And the
coming in.
charge. Wow, Gunnar had everything. Jeez. So I don't know if there's anything you can do here. Yeah, well, Feast or Famine is it forces your opponent to play so awkwardly because the thing about Feast or Famine is that it doesn't really care if it's the character that's attacking that has a fate on them. He could just pull a fate off something else.
This is interesting. Now he's decided Banzai against Yokuni.
And then Ancestral Daisho in response. It's 5.
That's an interesting move.
6 to 7. So yeah, Gunnar wins that one.
Now, would you have Banzai'd in that scenario, just to win the ring?
Oh, I wonder why he did that. He doesn't have any keepers in his discard pile, right?
I don't think so. That was interesting move.
Maybe he really wants the Imperial favor, but after all that, Gunnar ends the turn with 1 broken province on Shane's side, and he has the Imperial favor. So that was actually a really good turn for him, despite that turn 1 way of the crab.
And you mentioned this earlier, Victor. Those 2 Ancestral Dashes just come right back to your hand.
Yeah.
So that's phenomenal. Well done for Gunnar. I mean that he turned it around, but now he's facing somewhat of a fate deficit.
Yeah.
Not the worst compared to how we saw the opening salvo.
And we saw Shane. So Shane showed the Spyglass, showed the Watch Commander. I think what you want to do now is you just pile on all those attachments onto Mia Satoshi. However, like we mentioned during the deck tech for Gunnar, he's running 3 Let Goes and 2 Mia Mystics. So there's a lot of attachment hate.
Yeah.
So if Shane's plan is to gain a lot of economic advantage by way of attachments, I think he's going to be very disappointed. Now, it's an unfortunate flop for Shane because he flipped over the Imperial Palace on the only broken province he has.
Yeah, that's a tough break.
So Satoshi coming out, probably with 2 fate on it, I would imagine. There we go. Gunnar responds with a Niten Adept. We know he has at least 2 attachments in his hand.
Is that another way of the crab?
Ooh, maybe.
I saw it.
I mean, it might be Way of the Crab, but Shane doesn't have any good crab fodder to play. Like you don't want to sacrifice a Crisis Breaker board. You don't want to play either of those just to play Way of the Crab on it.
Yeah, but I gotta assume that when he draws, he's gonna at least be able to pick up another one of his 6 conflict characters.
Yes.
Well, 5 now, I guess.
So Crisis Breaker, but that's gonna make Shane broke. Gunnar passed first with 4 Fate.
Nice. So what do you do on the dial? I'm gonna. You gotta go with the. Yeah, that's what I say. He might go with that dishonor strategy again.
Yeah.
That big honor pressure.
Well, like you said, he had Watch Commander, right?
Yeah. I was gonna say 2, but Shane.
Yeah.
Big boy going for just 1.
So we'll see if he actually ends up. If Gunnar drew a let go. Excuse me.
So he's gonna try to. He might. I mean, the strategy here now is he's got Watch Commander, he's got Reprieve, he's got Fans, and he's got that Talisman. So right now, you're pretty much gonna have to see how to bait out those let goes because he has them. They're gonna be in hand. There's 3 copies in Gunnar's deck, so Shane's got to be careful in how he attaches his items. So let's see how this plays out.
Well, I would want to dump a bunch of cards from my hand because I want to find that Restoration of Balance.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's probably another reason why he only drew 1 card that turn, because he's probably going to go fishing. He's going to probably go fishing for that Restoration of Balance.
That's a good point, Victor. Something that anybody who's played against Dragon is weary of drawing too many cards.
Yeah.
Before you find that Restoration.
It's the 2 things you want to find. You want to find the Feast or Famine, you want to find a Restoration. After that, it's fine.
It's painful. I'm a Scorpion main, so even me, I'm drawing 2 cards max, and it makes it tougher.
Okay, so
here we got a
military
void. Hits a shameful.
Ouch.
Let's see what happens here.
So that's 1 military to start with.
So this is interesting because he could have got 2 conflicts out of Crisis Breaker, but he's going to choose not to, assuming he had a conflict character in his hand. But he might go. Yeah, he's going to go with the Mia Satoshi just to honor it.
However, I think it's just more valuable to get the honor onto Satoshi.
This will be a defensive play. Yeah.
Oh, no, that's not how it works.
He'll flip it eventually. Yeah.
Okay, so that puts Satoshi at 4 strength, and then Mendicant at 0.
So, Gunnar's playing a charge. Beauty.
Another charge. Togashi Yakuni.
And depending on what ability he copies, that might even protect him on.
Yeah, I could see copying the Niten Adept and then playing something.
Oh, here comes a policy debate.
Policy debate.
4-0. Nobody falls for the bluff this time. So there you go. You see the 2 let goes. Cloud the Mind. 2 Cloud the Minds.
Yeah, I would strip let go. Oh.
No, he's taking Kazooie out. There you go. He's got Assassinate there.
Right now.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that was probably his plan. Charge into Kazooie and then use it. So that was a well-timed policy debate by... policy debate was well-timed on Gunnar's side.
So Shane's at this point just trying to memorize the cards because there's quite a few, but it's going to give him some trouble.
Well, good news is Assassinate's not doing anything on this board, and now he knows to play around Tattooed Wanderer.
Joe from Cincinnati saying, charging Yakuni 2 turns in a row, not too bad, and have to agree. Pretty good flop.
So that's
he's copying the Nintendo Adept's ability there, it looks like he's indicated.
Yep. Responding with a Ornate Fan, knowing full well that Gunnar has let go. But I think he's just playing this to bait out the let go because he's not doing anything.
Yeah,
in
I
this
think
conflict.
that's it. I think it has, and I think that's what it's got to be because he's gonna try to get that spyglass out to help outdraw,
Right.
and really put on that honor pressure. So
But that seems like an obvious bait. Like if I was Gunner, like
nope, he's gonna go for it.
takes
He's
it.
gonna
Jeez.
take it.
Okay. Oh, you know why he did that? My bad. Because he did that because he needed to protect Satoshi from getting bowed by the Niten Adept ability.
That too, yeah.
Yeah, but so this is him triggering the Satoshi.
We saw one keeper there, and a Satoshi comes out. So we know he's got a talisman. At this point, like, what are his
Yeah.
other provinces? Does he want to switch one of them?
So Shane's provinces are Manicure Garden, Defend the Wall, Meditations on the Tao, Shameful Display, and Rally to the Cause. Rally to the Cause probably is going to be on his stronghold.
So no real advantage playing at this point.
I mean,
So Shameful Display breaks.
I have a feeling this is not going to be a long game. But that's usually how it is, right? Like, I mean, Dragon, especially I guess this Lion Dragon version is designed to be a lot more blitzy, I think. And, you know, remember, there's one copy of For Greater Glory in Gunner's deck as well. But I guess he didn't draw it. Otherwise, I think he would have popped it off right now.
That would be a nut draw.
All right, Mendicant, let's get into that conflict. Yeah, Turkzor says peeking Dynasty cards is forbidden by the rules. I don't think that was intentional, but nevertheless, Judge Travis went over and talked to Shane about it, making sure that, hey, if you're going to look at your province cards, you're going to have to make sure that you cannot see the Dynasty card at all.
Good catch there by Turksword on the chat.
They ended up being clear, but I want to picture. So, you're not saying something else. Okay. It's like you try to Sure, but I mean, like, where is it going?
Looks like the Crisis Breaker heading in with a water conflict. Likely to just ready that Mia Satoshi afterwards.
You know what I'm saying? How, like, line there, the lines, like, the hits there. It ended up being like it was clear. It's out. I don't want to, like, get specific. It's just,
So right now, he just looked like he just discarded a Watch Commander.
47.
Where are we at? Water military?
Yeah, the only
Crisis
piece I
Breaker.
wasn't too sure about was that, yeah, Watch Commander got discarded there.
Oh, and he did hit the restoration. Okay. I mean, Shane's down
that's
two
what it was.
provinces.
Yeah.
Shane's down two provinces, but at least now he knows where the restoration is.
Now, here's the thing, like, that, would you, I mean, I guess we gotta look at his hand again, but discarding the Watch Commander when you're going for the Dishonor strategy, that's interesting, but...
No, well, I don't think it was a dishonor strategy. I think it was simply just not
Honor
wanting
pressure?
not wanting to get hit by restoration balance. That's why he bid one.
Fair enough. Well, we can see his hand now. It's a Talisman.
Yeah.
He's got the Reprieve, the Spyglass, and the Way of the Crab. So yeah, maybe the Watch Commander was the right choice.
The Adept, is it defending or not?
Can't tell right now.
Okay.
Yeah, he is. That's why the Ancestral dice show's down.
I stepped away for a second, so I wasn't able to tell, but I'm gonna note it. So that's four strength. Oh, it's
Yeah,
not-
the conflict's over. I think he
Conflict's
just Shane's like can't break this and let it go.
Did I guess Gunner paid full price for that Oathkeeper? Okay, Vengeful Oathkeeper doing a political air conflict against Meditations, I think, was the province that got revealed. Yeah.
And it's that one fade each.
One fade each, thank you. Okay, with no defenders.
It's got Kitsuki technique on him.
Yeah, Kitsuki's method. 3 skill. And
it breaks.
Oh, with the box, he broke it?
Yep.
Okay. So that's 3 provinces done by Shane. Jeez. You know, it's weird. Unlike the first game, the previous game where we saw Shurisuke had a bunch of holdings and he was able to get a bunch of card advantage. Like Gunner's been able to. Maybe he was watching the game. I don't know, but he was able to. I think he figured that he's definitely has to go a lot faster than Shane if he wants to keep him off balance. Turksor asks about the clan breakdown in the top 8. It turned out that every clan was represented with the exception of Unicorn. So it was two cranes, 2 phoenixes, right?
And then everything else.
And then everything else was represented at least once. So yeah, Lono888 says 3 provinces versus grab 2 turns. That is impressive for sure.
Yes. Surprising too, actually. Well done. Oh.
That's bad news. Now,
that's a tough flop.
Travis, can you go and tell Shane to discard the Imperial Palace? Yeah.
He'll be happy.
Yeah. Okay. No, he got it. He got it. They got it. They caught it. Okay.
That doesn't matter.
No tons of Scorpion. I got a Scorpion player on the mic with me too.
Hey guys, yeah, you know what? Scorpions are underrepresented here. Overall, turnout wasn't as big as some of the Koteis. I think not having it being announced as a Kotei probably hurt that. Definitely underrepresented. There are a lot of crabs and a lot of Phoenix, from what I understood. But we'll have to. I believe we are submitting the breakdown to Pavilion, so
yeah,
you guys will see the results.
Yeah, Joe from Cincinnati talks about the face down on Shameful for you to 1 face up. Yep, Travis is going to go fix the situation now.
Yeah, thanks, Joe.
Yeah, when you... What's that? It can matter. It can matter because, yeah. You might as well fix it, right? Might as well. I mean, this is the finals.
They should all be different, right?
Turksword asked us we will. Turksword asked us we will visit Europe sometime.
Well, you know what? Visit the Patreon page, or maybe we can get some funding together.
Let's work something out. Just come to our Patreon page. We'll see if we can add a reward tier or something.
Yeah. So Victor and Travis, these guys here, they're doing a great job, and this is out of their pockets. So I mean, great work on their part. But if you got, hey, head over to Patreon and see what we can. We'll see what we can do. So Samiko with favor, yeah, good point. What would you have done? Would you have taken her instead? Because I would be afraid of that Way of the Crab. What are you gonna do? Samiko with 2, but I don't know. I think against Crab, you always got to be weary of that Way of the Crab there.
I can't believe they had noticed that Honor took from the Crab player that got pushed the other players so long and ended up discarding it. So how much honor should they have? Oh. At this point, it's been so far, so much to track. Obviously, you can see the signs of fatigue from both players. Like when people start playing fast, and especially when Shane's been backed into a corner like he is, right? Like sometimes you miss stuff.
Hey, did we see that second let go yet, or no?
No, I think.
So
I don't think Shane. Like this is now Shane only playing attachments for the first time after the Ornate Fan, and he knows there's 2 let goes in Gunner's hand. So.
Well, no, Gunner used 1, unless he drew another.
No, that's what I mean. He knew there were 2 let goes. He baited out 1 with the Ornate Fan.
Yes.
And now he's just like, I need to play 2 Spyglasses to make sure I can at least draw 1 card this turn.
Yeah.
So
one thing to note is Shane hates Dragon. Like, it's the one matchup that he hates the most. So in his head, he is just cursing up a storm right now.
But he
this whole
plays
match.
Dragon. I feel like this is just desserts for Shane.
He hasn't played Dragon that much.
Okay.
He's a crab guy mostly.
Right. Okay, so yeah, military Earth conflict with Crisis Breaker, with the Spyglass, draws a card.
Draws a charge. Not helpful in this case.
No.
So before the match, Shane actually came up to me and was like, Karada District.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure he's still trying to draw for it with the Mia Satoshi. Yeah.
I think he's waiting. Like, that's why he's waiting, right?
Yeah,
he wants to let
surprise
Gunnar
you.
commit and then try to get it. So at this point, all 3 Satoshis are gone. I don't know if he's milled the Imperial Storehouse yet. The Imperial Palace is gone, so it's very likely that the next Satoshi
He has a really good chance.
Will hit the Karada District. Yeah.
So let's see what happens. Both players had a chance to sit down for about 5 minutes and review each other's decks. So Gunnar knows what's happening on the other end too. So
maybe a Satoshi actually will salvage this situation, but it might be a little bit too little, too late. So
the district.
What did I say?
Satoshi.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're right. Satoshi will salvage
Yeah.
it with a district. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so he wins the Earth Ring. Actually, I'm surprised that Gunnar let him win the Earth Ring. Let's see if he actually remembers to trigger the keepers, though. Oh, makes him discard it. Okay.
Let's see it.
No, Shane forgot.
Shane.
Well, now let's see if Gunnar is
He didn't do anything yet.
Yeah, let's see if Gunnar is a nice enough guy to. If
I
he
don't
does
know.
remember,
This is the
but
finals. I mean,
I know.
We're all nice players here, but I don't think you'd remind your guy in the finals.
All right, well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Oh, Vengeful Oathkeeper. That's why. This is Vengeful Oathkeeper. Oh my God. So what did we learn this weekend? That Cautious Scout is good and Vengeful Oathkeeper is good.
That's right.
Yeah.
Missed Keeper. That's right. Joe from Cincinnati just mentioned.
Yeah.
We were counting down, but he didn't get it.
And look at this. Gunnar goes political against Rally for the Cause just to. Because I think he knew the Rally. He must have known Rally for the Cause was a stronghold because he got to review the deck list beforehand, and he's looking at Rally for the Cause. He's like, well, I mean, there's only one province it would make sense under. So
Remember what I said about Shane cursing in his mind right now.
Right.
He's, I'm sure, on tilt.
Yeah.
So the nice thing is, actually, no, he's still got that let go.
Oh, now he catches it.
Yeah.
Now,
and he lets him. See,
wow.
We're Canadians, right?
Yeah, nice guy, nice guy, Gunnar, man. Wow, crazy. Okay.
Gunner's pretty far ahead.
Technically, this fall, like as far as the tournament rules go, this falls under missed opportunities. And if you have the consent of your opponent, you can let it happen. But fix it. So it's it's 2 because he has favor, right? So he's going to defend with 1 keeper. That's ambitious. He decided not to switch, I guess. Defends with 1 keeper. Joe from Cincinnati says, is his opponent seriously going to allow that? Well, I mean, that's pretty good sportsmanship, if so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you really want to... Like, Gunnar is in such a commanding lead right now. Like, I don't know. Just let him have this Pyrrhic victory, you know? Yeah, so... Okay. So, just 1 defender. I guess he's just extremely confident that just the 1 Oathkeeper is not going to break anything, but he does win the province. And so he's going to remove the honor token from Satoshi.
All right.
So now Satoshi, sorry. So now Shane, I mean, he can't declare fight here. Maybe water to chump attack with the keeper initiate with the water ring to bow the Nitin Adept. Like, at least you're going to get him to commit with the Nitin Adept, right? I think that's actually the best plan.
This is going to be tough. Shane's...
Gunnar felt guilty.
So for those of you that can't see the chat,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, the Travis is talking about. Yeah. So yeah, I think the Trump attack is the right move here with the water ring. Unless I'm missing something.
it's tough.
Oh, he's gonna attack with a Heated Guardian too.
He just got to go so he can't go
Yeah.
solo, so maybe
Yeah.
that's.
Oh,
There you
let
go.
go. There's the second one. You might have a third one hiding in
So
his hand
this might be
somewhere.
beneficial
Yeah.
because when assuming Gunnar doesn't have a third let go,
Yeah.
when he tries to swing back on this next conflict,
Right.
Shane's gonna be able to talisman him out into
But-
a crappy province.
But he just played a Tattooed Wanderer on his. And I think Shane just
Covert.
passed his conflict. So this is the second conflict, military.
Here it comes.
He's gonna. I think he's just gonna covert Heated Guardian. Can you bring up Heated Guardian quickly? I just
Is
wanna
he gonna
see
go
if
all
it's-
in?
I just want to see if Heated Guardian has to be participating.
So Rudo
Yeah,
saying
okay.
if Gunnar doesn't win on the next attack,
Prepare for a comeback.
from
Okay, well-
Shane.
Next
So
round.
We'll see.
let's see. So we know he's got that that talisman in his hand. So if he needs
So-
it,
so
how many
Mil-
people are being declared right now? Did you see?
Sorry.
How is he declaring with all? or-
Yeah, I
He's
think he
declaring with
declared all of
right?
them. So military looks like 1, 5, 7, 7 military right now.
And they're slightly off camera.
And it's 2 for defense to start with, but Heated Guardian can pump +4. I just talk about it. It's at 6 right now. Yeah.
So the initiate has honored himself.
Yep.
Another
So that
plus
pumps
2?
it up by 2. So that is the Crab Stronghold is +3.
It's a watch commander. That's what he plays.
Watch
Is
commander.
it?
Yep, it looks like a watch commander. So that's another strength. And then so in order for Gunnar to win, he needs to +7, I think, right? Because the Crab Stronghold's 3 strength, I believe.
Is that his version of a tap?
For who? Sorry.
That's Shane's version of a tap spell, right?
I guess so. I can't tell if he actually did it. Do you want to?
Okay. It matters for us, but
Yeah. So we're not. I can't tell if he actually used his stronghold there. We'll see if he. So assuming he did, that would bring it up to 6.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you use the Heated Guardian's ability first?
not
No.
6, just 2, right?
Okay. You're right. Sorry, the watch commander. I assume it was a character. Yeah. Rudo says he's baiting a third let go setup for Talisman. Yeah, maybe. That would be a pretty sweet play if that was the case.
Why isn't he boosting?
With the Heated Guardian? You know, he may want to. Yeah, because like the Heated Guardian's not going to. The Heated Guardian's not going to participate in our conflict probably, so you might as well use it if you're going to use it.
Ah, he's waiting to see who the adept bows.
Yes, smart.
Oh no, but no matter what, you can't bow the other the initiate because he's holding an attachment. So I think it's auto boost at this point. But hey, maybe it's something I don't see.
Oh, well, this is probably why, because we wanted to make sure to bring in the Crisis Breaker.
There you go.
Triggers
Good,
Crisis
nice.
Breaker, brings it in. So that's minus. Sorry, yeah, +3. My bad. She's at 5 now. 5 strength. Crisis
So
Breaker
no
plus,
longer breaking.
Plus a 2
sorry.
strength, yeah.
I thought he was
Stronghold unused.
John Hall's not been used.
No, not yet.
Now he's using the Heated Guardian's ability. And he's boosting the keeper. And up to 9 we are.
He hadn't used his strong.
No, Heated Guardian gives 2 each. He's up to 4. Like 9.
Yeah, now he's at 11 because the.
He's at 11 now.
So 2 plus 3, 5 plus 4 for the Heated Guardian, so 9, and then he used the Stronghold, 10, 11.
Oh, he totally started.
Yeah. So he's at 11, not 10. I know. Sometimes when you click it too fast, it doesn't
Fix
update.
that on
Yeah.
things.
I'll give Shane credit. I mean, maybe what Rudo says is going to come true. Like if he doesn't lose the game this turn.
I think everybody's rooting for Shane right now to make a comeback.
And the thing is, right? Like Shane also has the no wait. He already did.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Passed.
2 conflicts.
Now he's gonna swing back.
No, that was his second conflict.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, because Shane is
passed.
the first player and Gunner's
Right.
already done 2 conflicts. But he is going to get the Imperial favor this time. Which is timely because, look, he has Agasha Sumiko sitting in the dynasty of Gunnar. So
He's just trying to decide if he wants it on military or political.
and now Gunnar is going to be losing that Need 10 Adept. Still has an honored Coverti Tagashi Initiate.
So the I guess the nice part about this is that for Gunnar that is Shane's
Right.
gonna lose one of those iron mines no matter what.
Right.
So only a bit of a saving grace to a pretty bad round for Gunnar. Well done by Shane though, eh? Mm-hmm. What a comeback. He's gonna make this competitive. He's not going down without a fight.
Oh, way the crap. Oh, no. Wow.
There you go.
I mean, whatever he loses, yeah, whatever Gunnar loses, it's actually pretty significant. It's a pretty big.
They're arguing
investment.
about Iron Mine saving his Heated Guardian. For
Oh,
Way
no,
of the
you
Crab.
can't- you
it's
can't.
It's a clear-cut rule.
Yeah,
That
right?
it's a
yeah,
cost.
It's gonna die.
Yeah, it's a
So,
cost.
Maybe go help them save some time, or you're gonna let them talk it out.
Okay.
So Gunnar's informing him that that thing's gonna go through. Yeah, I think what is just a misunderstanding of the rules on Shane's part.
Yep. They're gonna. So yeah, Travis is going over now and is gonna clarify. It is a cost, so you cannot prevent it. Or if you do prevent it, you don't get to use the effect.
Yeah, so he can prevent it.
Yeah.
That would have just been a wasted card and a wasted fate. So
Yeah. Who did he sacrifice?
he's trying to sacrifice the Heated Guardian.
Okay. So he does play it. Okay, and what does he sacrifice? I mean, he needs to sacrifice first before Gunnar makes the decision, right?
Well, hold on. Travis isn't over there yet.
Yeah, he's over
Oh,
there.
he's over there. Okay. So Victor's going to head over there now because this should be stopped, but just bear with us here. Yeah, so a lot of the times with, Joe from Cincinnati says, don't let this happen in the final. Yeah, and Ham Hops is agreeing, hey, you can't save any character. Yeah, we know. On our side, we're just trying to inform them here. What you guys don't see is we got like 20 tables of X-Wing players between us, and you got to like sprint down there, so These guys are doing their best. So that would be Victor's hand that you just saw, informing them that, hey, that guy's got to die. And Shane complies. So there you go. All is good. All is well again with Breakoutcon. So one thing I'm sure anybody that's been to a Kote will understand is that, look, like, Joe from Cincinnati says clear fate. I guess I'll inform him when he gets back because I'm the only one manning the desk. One thing to remember, anytime you're attending these Kotes, you're going nonstop, no lunch, nothing, 2 days back to back, and it's a bit tough on the body. Like sometimes fatigue kicks in, and you forget simple things that you normally would remember. So. Wow. So anybody that's just joining in now, Shane started in a pretty big hole. Couple of vengeful Oath Keepers just came into play and really, really surprised him. That dice show combined with it to break some provinces, but has now, ever since winning that Earth Ring, really, really turned it around. So we're seeing a bit of a comeback here. Let's see how far he can carry this. Gunnar just flopped a. What is it? It's the 3/3
Secluded Temple.
Yes.
The Doom Shigenja?
He's got the Doom Shigenja, which is great value, but at this point, he's probably looking for more. Let's see what he's got in his hand. That'll help us a lot. Turk Sword saying being focused for 12 rounds in Kote is one of the top players' skills, and I have to agree. Lambert Shaspy saying secluded.
Yeah,
nice.
Secluded Temple, not a common card seen in a lot of the more common Dragon decks, I would say.
Yeah, he's actually running 2 of them, so
yeah,
it's part of his overall strategy. So we see the
4
to 3.
4 to 3. Yeah, I mean Shane now needs a lot more cards in hand now.
So this is like almost a reversal here. Board state is
Jagdex is talking about should he have lost the Reprieve and Crisis Breaker. There was 2 Iron Mines in play, and so one of them was used to save the Crisis Breaker.
There's the Cloud the Mind.
Yeah.
I believe he has 2 from that first policy debate that we saw. Yeah. So nobody is gonna stay alive. That Karada District's finally up, but
man! But it's on a broken.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if Shane drew into a rebuild, that's not that big of a deal.
Right.
In fact, actually, he can get double duty out of it if he uses Karada District and then rebuilds it, because it's a new instance of Karada District, gets to use it again.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So Military Water with Doom Shigenja at the Stronghold again.
You guys taking slips or?
What's up? A charge. Charging. Oh,
Boom.
Big Casada.
It's the big man.
Big queso. So that's gonna prevent the first. Yeah, because action hasn't been played yet. This conflict.
Does he have a Reprieve in his hand? I don't see one. No.
Looks like maybe.
Saw a
no.
Skirmisher.
Okay.
Ornate Fan. I don't think there's a Reprieve. He's got a Bonsai. So, Gunnar's going to lay that one down. So Casada's ability's up and running now, preventing the first action being played. And here's a sneaky thing from most crab players. I mean, I'm not saying Shane's doing this on purpose, but a lot of crab players will shift Casada off to the side. And hey, man, if you forget about it, it's your fault. And you know what? I've fallen in for that a few times. Oh, there's the reprieve right there. So it looks like Quesada will be staying. Oh, Cloud the Mind. There's
Nice.
the second one.
Okay, now you don't have to remember the.
Now you don't got to remember
Now
it.
you
So
don't-
you can leave them all there if you want. We don't need to worry about them no more. So would you have gone Crisis Breaker into that and, you know, got double usage out of them? Or?
Yeah, the problem with the Crisis Breaker, so it was obviously a chump attack on Gunner's side, but like the Crisis Breaker, if you spent the Crisis Breaker to defend, I guess if you used the box as well, then you could win the conflict, but the Crisis Breaker by itself wouldn't have won the conflict.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then I think I would have charge, attack a charge, yeah. So we'll actually see now how Gunner plays around the Karada District, because that's going to be awkward.
Yeah, but for Shane, the tide's gonna turn if he doesn't swing.
Now,
so
but see, the thing about
gotta go.
Actually, the thing about not committing Crisis Breaker is now he gets to attack with it. I guess he's going to be coverting the Niten Adept, but if he didn't, he'd have an attachment on the Crisis Breaker, so Niten Adept couldn't bow it.
Yeah, good point.
So he's gonna figure out where he wants to go. Probably Samiko, I think. Oh no, go after Feast or Famine.
Yeah, you don't got any fade on right
Yeah, I think this is the time is right.
You kind of get rid of that favorable
There's
ground
no
as well.
no better time to get rid of Feast or Famine.
Nope.
No.
He wants to get rid of that Ruby champion.
Is that who she is?
Yeah. Ruby
Did you play the old F5R?
I did briefly.
Yeah.
I was way younger back then, so I didn't have to put the money to buy all the
Yeah.
cards. But my cousin was very gratefully. I was very grateful that he let me use his cards, and I actually started with the Unicorn. But any chance I got, I took a Scorpion
Unicorn
deck.
was good in the old days, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rudo says Feast or Famine is free. We agree with you 100%.
So
Decides
now-
to go for Rally for the cause.
Yeah, so now he's hit a rally, and that's really not the thing that he wanted to see because, well, now Skirmisher's gone, and that Berserker's considered a 1.
It's political now.
Let's see if he kind of just favorable grounds that Satoshi in. Kind of sucks because technically you probably could have got 2 usage out of the Spyglass, but now it might just be 1. So let's see what he does. I mean, he's still winning the conflict, and I guess that's one consolation. Looks like he's got a fan in his hand.
Yeah, he's going to use the favorable ground to move the Niten Adept into the conflict.
So it's now 3-1.
Sorry,
You know what?
He has 2. He has a
It's
political
2,
favor.
Yeah,
my
it's
bad.
right off to the corner there. Yep. Good call. Good eye.
So you said Shane had a fan in hand.
Oh,
Policy debate.
should have got that out earlier. Now, what do you do when you're Shane right now? You bid 5? You prevent it, or you kind of push the honor? Oh, no, nobody bids any higher than 1. So Gunner's gonna have perfect information on his opponent's hand.
All right. Sorry, guys, just double checking. I think we put the list up earlier, and it may not have had the cards. It is on his deck list.
So there we see the second fan. Looks like he's playing court games, forcing Shane to dishonor his own guy. Here comes Lucci Wayfinder. He's not even going to look at the province. And Anitta Adept quickly bows it. So Shane trying to find a way to get that extra 1.
Gonna Karada?
He's going to Karada District it. And I mean, if he had played that a bit earlier, it might have prevented the immediate bow. But hey, like I said, fatigue kicks in. So here we see 5-1 now. Sorry, 6-1. Nope, you're right, 5-1. So this is a break.
No, it is 6-1. The flavor still.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, he's just on it, sorry.
There you go. Favorable grounds gets popped. Vengeful. No. I always mess this one up, don't I? It's the Vanguard Warrior. He looks angry. I always consider he's vengeful, but yeah, he's just a Vanguard Warrior. Okay, so bump it up. So it's going to be 6-2.
Oh, not anymore.
That's a break, and activating the Earth Ring, I think.
Okay.
Is it a break?
Was it a break?
Should be. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2. Oh, he put a second fan on. I didn't see that. There you go. No break. Got the ring. Ends up discarding an assassinate. Might come in handy here. So if you were Shane, would you have assassinated that keeper? Nah, because the Earth Ring would have triggered it.
Right.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, man. Feast or famine. It's okay. It does get broken.
Yes.
Maybe he wants to avoid feast or famine.
That's
but I
undefended.
feel like
Did he lose an honor for it?
Make sure Gunner lost an honor for undefeated. Just now.
Is this for the Crisis Breaker?
no, he attacked Rally for the Cause.
Timely rebuild from Shane.
Yeah, for Karada.
So you wisely decided to switch that to an unbroken province. Otherwise, if you don't use it, you lose it. I don't think it matters at this point. I'm pretty sure you'd be using it, but
Yeah.
who knows? Now, would you? Yeah, I guess you have to play that. Otherwise, I guess you could have saved the Karada District, dropped another attachment off anything else that he's going to put down, but
Fate for Shane.
So Shane's right now, he's deciding who to save. It's either going to be, I mean, I think it'd have to be Satoshi, no? I don't know. We'll see. No? No? He's going to save Kasada, I believe.
Cloud the Minded Kasada?
Yeah.
Is this pure military strength? Is that
I think
why?
so. I think that's what it's going to come down to. That's strange because Satoshi had equal strength on, not equal, but he was pretty close on the political side, and he could have drawn a card, but
You could still also draw another Kasada in his dynasty.
Hold on a second. So Shane rebuilt the Karada District and then discarded it?
no, he rebuilt the Iron Mine.
Ah, okay. All right.
Oh, interesting flop. Look at that. He's got all the fate in the world and really can't use it.
So now they're trying to figure out how much honor they have? Yeah. Okay.
This is going to be interesting. So I guess I see his point. Shane's thinking, hey, Crisis Breaker's got, 4 on him solo? 4 political strength. And, he wants some military, so that's probably why he took Kasada.
Then he gained 7.
Still, hard-pressed to give up give up the Mia Satoshi.
Right?
Oh, but there you go. Well worth it.
Okay.
He actually flopped the Hida Kasada, so he'll be staying.
Yeah, I was saying that last round. That might be why he keeps them, because he knew he had 2 more to...
I see.
Travis had that bang on, so good call.
Yeah. Gunner's got a lot of money, though. Oh, no, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I think he was just indicating that he was paying for it, yeah. So another Crisis Breaker for Shane. Well, the one good thing about Crisis Breaker is that at least it discourages the chump military attack from the opponent. Mia Mystic,
I agree.
Hida Guardian.
Interesting. 2 fate on the Mia Mystic, so that thing's not. He's not going to use it, or will he? It doesn't matter. He has so much fate. Yeah.
I would have saved it for a next turn for another turn.
So they're going to bids.
Gunner, so much money. Now remember, he has like the Gunner has quite a few conflict
5
characters.
to 1.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Gunner has.
This is gonna be interesting, guys. Ooh, and he's got first go. Right?
Shane has first go.
Shane
yeah.
has first go, so this is going to be interesting. I'm wondering, in Gunner's mind right now, because we're talking about this from a third. We're sitting back.
Right, yeah.
We're able to be logical about this, but I'm wondering with Gunner, with the way the tables have turned, I'm wondering if he regrets letting those 2 keepers in, because it's really coming back to bite him in the butt. So he must be feeling the frustration right now. I'd anticipate at least.
It would feel bad if Shane ended up winning because it just felt like he's been missing so many triggers. But it's been a long day. He was here yesterday, of course. He wanted to play Netrunner, but he ended up making it to the final, so he wasn't able to play in Netrunner. And I would say between L5R and Netrunner, I mean, he's doing a lot of community organizing. Shane is for Netrunner around Toronto, but.
He has a L5R net as well, and he's playing in the
Sorry,
Discord.
I meant to say L5R, not Netrunner. Community organized for L5R.
I mean, he
but
runs the
Rhino stuff too,
Netrunner
yeah.
as well.
So military conflict most likely. Don't. Okay, yeah, military Earth, get those keepers back.
Bring the keepers back in.
Yeah, I mean, you got to go for the hidden one. You can't go after Feast of Famine now.
As everybody in the chat's been saying, should have went for Feast.
Yeah. Political. Oh, I see why he's going political. Okay, yeah. All right.
Well, he's got the heated cards. Yeah, he's got.
Yeah, shameful display though. Actually, shameful display is not that important in this, because that's what 0 glory on the Doom Shigenja, 1 glory on the Crisis Breaker, so that's only a 1 point swing. Still enough to break though. Oh no, wait, nope, sorry. The thing's being weird again.
Policy debating.
No, 3 to 5.
Wow, this is a 4-3 policy debate. This is going to be interesting.
Well, I mean, Gunner only has 5 honors, so it's maybe.
So yeah, I mean, my point is, if you're Gunner,
Oh, sorry, yeah.
are
Okay.
you going to go for 3?
Maybe. Why not? You don't want to put yourself in a position where you just end up losing by honor. Right? What did he do? 2
there
to
you go,
4?
2 to 4.
Okay. All right. That's fine. That's fine. Look at all those attachments.
Oh, he's got a second assassinate. Not that it helped.
Shit.
Well, it sort of helped, because that Heated Guardian was going to pick a good decent.
He also just gained the honor off the policy debate anyway, so it's
Oh, he's
allowed
got for
to pay
greater
that.
glory. Not that it'd be helpful now. You'd think with for greater glory, doesn't matter.
No,
I guess he's got
okay.
defend.
Yeah.
What do you take? That let go, right? Yeah, there you go. That's the last let go. So Shane can breathe a sigh of relief. He's going to be able to play all the attachments he wants.
There's still the Mia Mystic in play though.
Oh yes, that's right. Popping it for 2. I forgot already. I almost never see
Mia
the Mia
Mystics.
Mystic,
Yep.
to be honest. So
Maybe Gunner's meta is like all attachments. Maybe it's like a dragon mirrors, endless dragon mirrors in the meta.
He's like, the only thing worse than a dragon is another dragon.
Pathfinder Blaze, no.
So interesting.
So Shane won that,
I think so.
but didn't break,
He
right?
got mirror motives,
Oh, Miyamoto.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
Sorry.
a bit quick. I think that was it. That was it. That was
My
a quick
bad.
one.
Yeah. So that was because the Miyamoto's Fury is the Crisis Breaker.
Gunnar needed that because, man, if those keepers came back again, there's no way he's gonna.
the jump attack. The water. Oh, could to stand the Doom Shigenjo, I guess. Yeah.
What do you do? You can't defend with the Heated Guardian solo because that would be a little silly. But if you defend with the Quesada,
Can't he pump the Heated Guardian?
he can't pump himself.
Oh, really?
He's got to pump somebody else.
Yeah.
I guess you could Heated
Yeah.
Guardian and just use your Stronghold.
Right.
That might hold him off. I mean, you do have a talisman, so you can, I don't know.
Political, right?
Yeah, it's political. Yeah.
He does have favor, right?
He does have favor, yeah. He doesn't even need to pump. He just needs to defend with the Heated Guardian.
Yep.
And swing back with Quesada.
Joe from Cincinnati. Yes, Heated Quesada is Cloud-minded.
Oh,
Lets it happen.
no defense.
Okay, just make sure that Shane loses an honor for that. Right?
I didn't see it. Did you?
No, I don't think he lost an honor for it.
He is at 10 still. Yes.
Yep.
So Travis is gonna very
I feel sorry
kindly
for Travis.
make
I feel
the
like-
I don't know 20th sprint down these halls.
You know what I feel like? I feel like we should have like a red, like one of those red telephones where they call the Pentagon or something and be like right beside the desk. Yeah.
Hey, at least the
take
path
an honor.
cleared so he
Yep.
can get there quicker this time.
True.
Before you guys had to run all the way around. Oh, sorry. So now we see.
Fire attack, Heated Guardian.
I believe so. He's gonna go all in, right?
Yeah. Right. Otherwise, this thing doesn't make any sense.
Because he can still bonsai and defend.
Yeah.
So let's see what he does.
Okay. So Quesada and Heated Guardian. Military fire conflict, starting with a strength of 8.
So that was a quick one. I think Shane just broke it. Gunnar, no defense. He's going to decide to swing back instead. So lose an honor for that.
Oh, right. What is he doing? Oh, yeah, all sorts of crisis breakers.
Now, actually,
So he's down. Gunnar's down to 6.
right, 6 honor. Yep. So now, actually, Gunnar, we saw 2 ancestral daishos in his hand. He's only done a political conflict. Oh, and the Cloud the Mind on the crisis
And we knew
breaker.
it. We knew
yeah,
it.
it's
From the
because
ball.
I
It
think
still feels good to see, though. I'm sure. Well done on the Cloud of Mind.
so. Now he does. Yeah, he does military, right?
So this is going to be
But
interesting.
he can only send the other crisis breaker in, right?
Here's the thing: if he does, the other Crisis Breaker is dishonored, so it only contribute 2. Oh well, they're both dishonored, so I guess they both only contribute 2.
Are they both dishonor? I don't see a dishonor token on that.
Oh,
thing.
maybe that's not one.
It's
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
art. Yeah. So
Maybe we should have
So
clouded
this is
the
military
other.
3 to 3.
He's going on the fact that this guy's going to disappear next round.
Oh sure.
Yeah.
I just thought maybe he could, between the 2 ancestral daishos and the box, he could push through a victory. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 versus 1, 2, 3. Here's the first daisho.
Dishonored, right?
Who is?
So we're going 5-3.
No,
Or is that one not?
it is not.
So this is a Void Ring. It would help get rid of Quesada this
Yeah.
turn.
It's true.
So what is Shane's last province, anyways?
Sorry, 4 for Shane now. Strength.
Meditation?
You got to defend the wall. You got the Shameful Display, and you got the Meditations on the top.
Isn't it like a Manicure Garden or
It has
Fertile
to be
Fields or
Manicure
something?
Yeah, Manicure.
Yeah, it's
Garden.
Manicure Garden.
So not helpful.
So that was looks like a bonsai I think he played. So now he's at 8 for Shane. And then there's a second daisho on Gunnar's side that makes the 7, I believe. For,
Yeah.
Yep, Gunnar.
And he's going to use his box.
Yeah, box brings it up to 9.
There you go. He's gonna.
Yeah. Yeah, Rudo brings up an interesting point where he says still has Talisman, doesn't matter, and the Mystic. Right. That's probably why he put the 2 Fate on the Mystic. He's like, you can try to wait out my Mystic, but I'm gonna bet I can win the game before the Mystic goes away.
Ham Hops is saying he saw a double Talisman. I only counted 1, but hey,
Yeah.
we got a lot of things to pay attention to here, so maybe there is one. And that's it.
All right.
Into conflict, but no break.
So Void's Casada.
You're right. Two Talismans there. Yeah.
I see another Way of the Crab. Ooh, Way of the Crab. Oh. Yeah, so you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna let the Doom Shigenja die.
And then he's gonna Way of the Crab.
I really feel like he's gonna Way of the Crab Hita Guardian.
Yeah.
I mean I think that would be the correct play. Actually,
Here
I
it
don't
comes.
know. Yeah, that's what he's gonna
Shazam.
do. There you go.
Goodbye.
Now you can play all the Talismans you want.
Is there any Mystics left? He has a Mystic left.
1 Mystic left in his pile.
Yeah, but even with that Mystic, it's gonna be pretty tough to
Yeah.
break the Stronghold when you're not even allowed to attack it.
True. Did you already swap initiative, or is it going to swap? Okay. All right. So initiative's now on Gunner's side. Discards a bunch of stuff, passes the initiative token, and Agasha Swordsmith shows up. Tagashi Nishiget and a Mendicant.
He's got enough for both.
Yeah. The problem is that now Gunner's starting to run dry a little bit. He's got like a bunch of small dudes,
Yeah,
a bunch of
he
weenies.
used up 2 Yokunis right off
Yeah,
the
and
bat.
then now Shane's heroes are showing up. He's got Kaiju Suichi, Dukum, Shurudisuki.
That's tough.
But bad timing on the Kasada because he just revealed another one. Now, I don't know if Yusuke's the right play, unless he has a rebuild in his hand.
I
Because
guess, yeah.
it's not doing anything.
I thought he could have won it on this turn. No, 3 broken provinces. He just goes all in on the mountain.
Yeah. I mean, that's why Gunner is forced to play out as many people as possible, I think. Yeah. So if Shane dupes here, I think it's likely that the Mendicant's going to get played. Yeah. Yep. And then now Shane just passes. Get some money.
Oh, he has a charge. That's why.
Oh,
That's
charge
smart.
for Kasada. Oh.
Yeah, because why wouldn't you bring up Kasada?
Yeah.
I got a charge.
Yep. Charging in Kasada.
So he's using the Swordsmith's ability at this point.
Yep. Finds an ornate fan. I don't think it's going to be a political conflict, though. Although, sorry, what is the...
Policy debate.
Oh yeah, sure. 2. Sorry. It wasn't. It didn't have it handy. It's the one thing we missed on his list. He does have 2 policy debates in his deck. Get a Spyglass out on Suichi. Alright, looks like we have... looks like Gunner realizes Talisman is going to be a thing, so it's like, let's just get this out of the way. I'm going to have to break this province eventually. I might as well know what it is and get this resolved. Shane will use a charge now.
That's Kasada.
Yep. So, oh yeah, he's got the favor, so Shane's winning the 7-4. And we start to see...
here comes the policy debate.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't change the battle.
Now, has Quesada's ability triggered yet?
No, it just
That's
did.
the cancel.
So he just played the
Did that on
bonsai,
purpose.
so this triggers Quesada's ability. And then he'll be free to do the policy debate.
Oh, attaching a die show first. So that brings him up to 6.
Wonder why he chose to do that.
Shane's like, what'd I do? I pass.
Alright, now he's up. Gunnar uses his stronghold to bring himself up to 8 strength. Now Shane can't just pass. Well, I suppose he can.
Policy debate. There you go.
You don't need to shuffle, Shane.
Just, it's a 1 man.
So is it a talisman or is it a charge?
Charge is gone, so
No, he had double charges. So
did he?
His hand,
Oh,
I think,
darn.
right now is 2 talismans and a charge.
there you go. Second charge is gone.
So he's got there's 2 talismans left. Is that right?
Yep.
So that was Gunnar's last policy debate. How many does Shane run? 2? Shane's only used 1?
Mm-hmm.
So that was 2 policy debate we've seen from Gunnar, and I believe only 1 from Shane.
Those mill buffs were to win the conflict and allow his box to be utilized, therefore pumping up his his political strength as well. That's why it was an auto 1 bid, because there's no way Shane was going to win that.
And he gets rid of the charge because talismans don't matter at this point. Like with 2 in his hand, he's not getting rid of them.
And then you're going to see the break come up right here. So that was it. It was a pass. He brought in the Tattooed Wanderer,
Yeah.
threw down an Ancestral Die Show. So
Yeah.
that's a break, and it's done. That conflict is over. So back and forth swings between these two. I've been entertained. It's an entertaining match. So now those talismans are dead cards in his hand at this point.
Yes, they are.
Um,
Oh, well,
so-
no, they're not dead. They're +1/+1.
Ah, bingo. +1/+1s.
Yeah.
Abilities are dead. So it must. I think it's something that Gunnar had to get out of the way. So good on him. And I believe he
was able to-
disarmed the Suichi with
Yeah, he
the
did.
with the fire ring. He's like, how many more of these guys do you have?
Yeah, so both players got to review the other player's deck list at the beginning, so depending on their memory, they may know what they have less to face here. And because we're streaming, we want to make sure it's even playing field, so if someone happened to see a deck on the stream and knows a little bit about their opponent, we want to make sure both have the opportunity of knowing what those deck lists are.
He's going to try ready his Quesada. So he's declaring with 4 right now, I believe?
Yeah.
No, sorry, he's dishonored. So that would bring him down to 1, 1. Yeah, just 2.
We'll go see what's under the stronghold. Looks like Mannequin Garden.
So he's going for water to ready the Quesada, but right now in the chat, folks are like, you might want to go Earth for the double keepers again.
I mean, I think it's a situation where you're okay either way. So either you win the water now, you get to ready Quesada, or they commit enough that you're going to get the Earth in your second conflict.
Yeah, and here it's not even just about winning it. If you don't defend at all, there could be a possibility of if you're not committing any defenders, you actually might lose the game. So I think it might actually be a pretty decent move to take water. So right now Gunnar's like, hey, do I defend and how much do I defend with?
Right,
Because-
exactly. Like so, can I risk not defending at all?
Yeah.
And if I do choose to defend, do I want to actually win it? Well, he knows what's in his hand, right? So he knows all the cards at play here. He can just let it go and say, you know what, I'm not worried. I'm going to let you take this. You're ready. It's bad, but I'm okay with those consequences.
He's probably doing the math at this point to see, hey, if Shane readies Quesada, how much?
Still waiting.
How much is he going to swing with? Because it could still be a break with military.
So both players have been taking advantage of the extended clock we have in the finals here. I can't blame them.
What would you do here, Travis?
Oh, I don't know.
It's a tough call.
We've been so busy with all the streaming stuff that I haven't played a game of L5R in probably a month.
Oh no!
So, or game of anything, really. But yeah, once we're past nationals, we'll probably have a bit more of an opportunity to get some games in. Going to definitely try to make it to a few Battle for the Stronghold kit events.
Well, hey, thank you for all the hard work. Like, if anybody that's joining in now, Travis is the one that designed this interface here. So, a lot of it owed to him. So, good on you, and obviously Victor. Both of you guys are just great on putting up this channel and supporting the game.
And obviously, this is going to be the finals for L5R, but it doesn't mean that it's the end of streaming for us this weekend. We're covering on our other channel, their main VTTV channel, as well as on YouTube, the X-Wing, the second flight that's running today. Okay, back to the match, because he's made a defender. Sorry, Victor. Victor tried to help me out just as the play got underway again.
So it looks like
yeah.
So go ahead.
No, go.
Looks like he's defended with the Swordsmith and a Kitsuki's method right out of the way. And what is he doing? Rebuild? Yeah. Now, is he going to take Karate District and discard that fan, or is he gonna go for the safe move and take an Iron Mine? It's yeah. Let's see what he does.
I mean, yeah, he could go for District to swing the strength. I mean, there's a real argument here. If he can win this after having him commit a character, there is a chance that he could come back with Quesada and take this.
Good point. Rebuild apparently can't be used on unbroken provinces, and maybe that's why he took
they're
it
all
back.
broken, right? Yeah,
we saw him play it, and he put it back in his hand. So
there's nothing Shane can do there. He's going to lose that conflict.
So that was the last conflict. No ready in Quesada.
Now the same math goes back the other way, saying, I'm going to commit. What do I need to defend with? Kind of a bit surprised that he didn't throw the Shuryusuke into that last combat so we could get a card and maybe have a few more options for the rest of the round.
There's no holdings in play, so that card effect
never
doesn't-
mind.
yeah,
You're right.
doesn't
Thank
apply.
you.
He's going to defend with it instead. Yeah. So this is this is not a good scenario, because even with the pumps, it's going to be 3-3. So he's like, yeah, I see that math too. Maybe I'll hold off. But what are you going to do with them otherwise, right? Yeah, go all in. Because this is the final conflict for Gunner.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to really. I mean, maybe you get it working. Well, now he's like, oh, but there's Earth there. If I could maybe win an Earth conflict and get my keepers in, that would be great. This is a bit of a risk.
So there we go. I think that's final. Hopefully. 2 strength.
Yeah.
There you go. That's confirmed.
So, yeah, I can't imagine what Gunner might have to bump his strength enough to break. So it's going to honor him.
So he's actually at 4 because he has the Imperial favor there.
No, that's military.
Oh yes, sorry, political attack.
The only reason I know is because I tried to tell Victor the same thing 2 seconds ago.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
All right, so we are seeing the talisman for the +1.
Hey, nope, not using the stronghold though. Interesting. Now he uses it. And that's 4-3.
Takes him up to 4.
Gunner's like, I need my guy to die so I can get the Kitsuki method back.
So Shane's going to win the battle, which that basically means that the Crisis Breaker isn't going to be gone at the end of the round, because that's what the Void would have taken the fate off of the Crisis Breaker to take one more body off for next round.
And here he comes, going for the Earth Ring, military.
Nothing to lose,
And
but he does have what he
Session
needs.
Daisho.
So that puts him at 4 against Shane's 2.
4-2. It's worth a try.
So, I mean, at least now, all of Gunner's attachments are on characters and they're committed, right? So
Does he even have any more cards in his hand?
he does not. So Shane has 1 talisman, Gunner has no cards. So the one advantage now is those attachments are all spread out. Okay, we got one of the Daishos coming back. The attachments are a bit spread out, so Shane has the option of getting a mix of commits that might let him get through, and Gunner can't do as much reacting. Gunner also is in the position, like, I mean, how aggressive do you draw when you're at 5 honor? I mean, Shane needs cards desperately as well, but you know,
Shane's got the Spyglass to help him.
yeah.
And Suichi. See the 3rd keeper here and 2 Steadfast Witch Hunters.
Oh,
This is
wow.
a great flop for Shane.
And I mean, after all of that money for so long, Gunner doesn't have what he would like to be able to spend on that board now. So you see the first Witch Hunter. I think Shane is saying, you know what? This is going to be the round.
He's going all in on this.
We're just going to buy it. We're not going to throw the random extra 2 fate on the Witch Hunter for no reason like he did at the end of last game.
Yeah, he's going all out. He's got initiative. Yeah, I don't see a way out. Yeah, because
So Ham Hops is saying the Dragon has this. I'm not sure I 100% agree, but I definitely see that it could go both ways here.
Weapon Taco said earlier, should have bid 5, or I'd bid 5.
Whoa. Okay. A lot of fate on the defender. It's not 2 Witch Hunters, so.
This is interesting. He's not going all in. That's, all right. Can't see that bid, but based off the lack of honor exchange, I gotta assume it's a 3-3.
Yeah, it looks like a 3-3.
So yeah, I mean, certainly right now, if you're looking at the board, Sumiko's going to get to hit twice, but you also got to keep in mind, like some of the viewers or commentators are mentioning, Witch Hunter almost gives Shane that same sort of ability. Obviously, has less attractive targets to sacrifice.
Looks like it was 5e. Oh no, he was. Sorry, that was his one.
No, he's running.
I got you, Smith.
Yeah, he's running that the ability to look for another weapon. So there you go. Yeah, I gotta agree, Weapon Taco, and that's what's going on. There's no harm in going almost all in at this point and winning that Earth Ring and then bringing back 3 keepers. Not a bad scenario to be in.
So I'm curious what the players have. We know Shane had the talisman from last round. I don't know what else he drew.
I think I saw Court Games.
Yeah, Court Games I know was 1. Going to draw with a Spyglass. Don't know what he's doing, don't know where he's going. Well, sorry, we do know where he's going. He's going to the Stronghold. It looks like it's a Military Earth.
Military Earth, and he's going in with 1, 2, 3. 3 strength.
No. Oh yeah, 3.
It's calling 4. I'm missing something.
Oh, the mount? Is that a mount? No, what?
I don't think the spyglass gives a benefit to your military.
Maybe they didn't declare military?
It's military error. I see that right there. So this is interesting. He's not going for the Earth Ring. And I'm pretty sure the math is wrong. It should be 3. But we'll correct them if they get it wrong. We don't.
I guess, you know, his opponent is making decisions on.
So Travis is going to go over there and inform them just so that the decision making is proper, I guess. And here comes an assassinate. That's what you can do when you have a ton of honor on you. So Joe's asking why 2 fade. You know, I don't know either. I thought he was gonna go all in, but I'm sure there's a method to the madness and there's a reason for it. So he now knows it's 3. We're gonna look at what he has.
Round 3 will end at 6:50 p.m. You may begin playing.
So he's bringing in the skirmisher, which will add another 1. He must have drawn that with Suichi.
Yeah. Shane had missed. He forgot that both were dishonored.
So he must have drawn that with Suichi because there'd be no reason not to play the skirmisher first. So a little bit of a desperation move. And the box is going to be used, bringing up by 1 more point for Gunner. So Crisis Breaker comes in because he has less and brings him up to another 2, and it looks like another 1 from the talisman. So that brings him up to a total of 7.
Crisis Breaker was always there, right?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
maybe.
Was.
Yeah, he was.
So I think it's just the 1 from the talisman.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I'm getting fatigued. I'm just commentating.
Yeah, well, this match has been a lot of. So it's 5-5.
They're both counting too. They're tired too. They're counting up their numbers. Oh, there you go. The spine katana that we saw him draw, that brings him up to 7. Successfully defending so far. I think Shane just passed. Yeah. So that's a win for Gunner.
Yeah.
Maybe a reason why he went for air, because he didn't expect to win that conflict.
Well, I think he needed the faith.
Yeah.
Like, as someone said on chat, I think that was about getting some of the faith.
Oh, is that right? How much faith did he pick up?
2, I believe.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Gotcha.
Or was it even more?
Joe mentioned that. So, hey, thanks for pointing that out.
So doesn't hesitate. Mountain does not fall. Did he play Mountain does not fall? Is that?
No, I think he's sacked, right? Yeah.
Okay. Yes, he sacked the skirmisher to ready him.
Ready switch.
So the Witch Hunter's used. Sumiko, obviously, no harm in attacking. He's got the favor.
So I can't see what's in his hand either. I think somebody else noted Shane likes to play with his cards upside down. Doesn't matter how it looks, he knows what card it is.
So military void against his stronghold.
Hammertron here confirms, yeah, it was the skirmisher that got sacked. So thank you for that. So it's going to be Sumiko versus... It's a military void, so they're going to go... He's going to double block with...
He's got the Borderlands defender.
And the steadfast witch hunter.
Yeah. So there's a map to do.
Brings him up to 7.
Oh, right. Sorry, I thought he was reversed for some reason.
7.
Oh, yeah. The overlay software is not perfect. Sometimes the last plus you hit doesn't show up on the overlay.
Mountain does not fall. There you go.
All right. So she's not bowing?
She's not bowing, and she's going to sit there to defend for the second attack from Sumiko.
So I don't know how many.
5. We missed
no,
that.
I know.
5 to 7.
Oh no, I clicked it. It's just it's broken. Damn it. So yeah, we're gonna say we knew we had the dice show from last turn.
So and there you see it. There you see
Yeah,
the.
I'm gonna use a stronghold.
box.
Bring him to 9 total.
So, assuming Shane wins this, I guess he can swing again with Soichi and covert the Gasha Swordsmith and commit Sumiko so that she can't defend. Oh, we see a Banzai.
We're gonna see if he's gonna double fire or just single. So he does not choose to use the second fire because he only needs to get up to 9. So he gets up to 9, wins the conflict, also takes the fate off of Soichi.
Yeah, well done. And there you go. He's going to covert the Swordsmith, forcing Sumiko to defend, or not defend at all and lose. And this way you prevent Sumiko from swinging twice. So, nice move. Yep, he's going to remember to bow the Steadfast Witch Hunter. Court games. Bringing him up
So
to
we got a political.
5.
Yeah. So we got 5 strength.
5 to 4 right now, yep.
Note the gunner has already used a stronghold, so nothing you can. Just remembering that he hasn't taken his manicured fate.
So
I don't think Shane is gonna. Oh, that's a big pull. So gets rid of one of those die shows.
So Shane returning the favor there and saying, "Hey, go ahead, take the fate that you forgot." Not quite the same as letting in 2 keepers from before, but certainly still a sign of sportsmanship from him. You know, his other keeper's right there. I'm not sure why he doesn't see it. So if he doesn't bring it in, that might be a big mistake on his part. So it looks like he's gonna forget it. And it's sitting right in front of him too.
Yeah.
So
The second one he left on the board this game, right?
Yeah,
I'd be hard pressed to think Gunner's gonna let him do it again. But when Shane watches this later, he's gonna be like, ah, darn.
No, but this time. So, as a judge, one of the things is if the players resolve it at the table, you don't really want to get involved. Like that's the best solution. That's the best situation if the players agree on a course of action. When you're dealing with the final table, however, I don't know. I find it's a bit of a gray area. You want the game to be as clean as possible, but I mean, even in the rules documents, they state for the judges, if the players can resolve it, that's the best scenario. If the judge doesn't have to get involved.
Hey, and I have to agree. I mean, like everybody watching, everybody playing just wants the best player to win, and you know, if there's anything that you can do to assist in that, maybe it should help. So
so weapon. I know Shane. He knows it triggers, so he didn't forget. He just missed it. Dovo, he says, player's responsibility to remember. I'm not talking about him forgetting his triggers. I'm talking about the situation earlier in the match where Shane missed his triggers. The round advanced a little bit, and Shane's like, oh, I forgot to bring my keepers in after winning an Earth conflict, and Gunner was generous in allowing him to still do so, even though there had been, it was after the window.
is he out of Dynasty characters now? Is that right?
He's out of Dynasty cards, yes.
Oh, wow.
So he does not want to bid very many cards, I don't think.
Yeah, this is
just in case he.
This is a reversal.
I mean, I don't know if they're going past this round.
Yeah, right.
Oh no, he has to. Sorry, I haven't gotten to the situation right now. Does he need to now shuffle his deck so he can refill?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, so he's losing his 5 honor.
He's taking it off right now. He knows.
Yeah. So he had 6. He loses 5. He's down to 1 honor.
Wow.
Living on the edge.
And Gunner's got first initiative, so. Wow.
So Shane can't lose a conflict here. Well, can't lose his first conflict, even by a single point.
No.
So the Witch Hunters are not an advantage because multiple conflicts. It's going to be all about this first conflict.
Shane's in a tough spot. Yeah, we see Gunner bringing in the Kitsuki Investigator. He's a great card. Lets you take a peek at your opponent's hand. He's a policy debate built in. And he doesn't even need to debate you. He just tells you to show him.
Yeah. Shane recognizing he's going to need to all-in defend here. I mean, he doesn't care because he's got the Witcher. So if he can successfully defend. 1-1, both for both of them, not surprising.
Looks like he picked up in other court games. That might be very, very impactful. Especially with the immediate sack of Steadfast Witch Hunter.
Now, no, Shane is going to be able to defend with a lot of characters here, which means he's going to get a big bonus off his stronghold. So, yeah, someone does also raise a good point here. He could use the Witch Hunter to
immediately sack
something that has that's an honored character, but that's only if this is a political debate.
Yep.
Or political conflict. So these guys are going to go right down to the wire here.
It's going to be an important one. So, looks like Gunner's
Okay.
That's an X-Wing celebration that you guys just heard over the mic. Is he going all in? He moved them all up.
Does he go all in for the air?
I think he's going all in with the air.
I was super excited
Let's
because
see
I
it.
thought we were going to see our first Ride in the Streets play, and then there wasn't enough motion.
Oh, right.
So he's going all in.
Yes. Political air.
He left out Midicant. Thank you, Weapon Tackle.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Sorry.
Weapon Tackle.
I mean, as Shane, Shane always he does have an emergency out where this is not a loss, because we know he has the court games in hand, so he could honor someone and sacrifice it with the Witch Hunter. I mean, that's not ideally what he wants to do.
So this is a political battle. That's a toughie. So if Shane can weather this storm, he's got the board control for next round. Keep in mind, Gunner's actually got a favorable.
So does 12-12.
So Gunner can actually bring in the Medican if he wants, and that's the reason why he likely left it out, or pull a guy back. And remember, Sumiko's gonna. Well, Sumiko can't hit twice because no more favor, but you can always pull her back out. So let's see what happens here.
I see a fan on the defender.
So that brings it up another 2 points.
Shane has to decide what card that he likes the least.
Yeah.
Ooh, I would have court games. I would have court games first, just so you had the out.
That was Kitsuki Investigator, probably.
Yeah. I think I would have used court games on a keeper.
I gotta agree. Yeah.
That you give yourself that out, but I mean, he may not even realize that he has that play.
He thinks he can win it though. That's the thing. So
whether you do or you don't, I don't know.
Look, he's going to self-honor the Togashi Initiate.
I mean, I'm sure he
And
forgot.
here comes the box.
I'm sure he wasn't
1, 2,
thinking of
3,
the investigator.
4, 5,
6.
6. Hard pressed to see.
That's a big thing. So I think we're going to see Samiko maybe take a rest. Favorable grounds, back out of this fight.
So here's the interesting part. You know, you just mentioned that he didn't play the court games, and now it's chucked, right? He took it. He chose it. Did Gunnar choose the court games to discard?
He did. He's going to assassinate on the Shirasuki. So
now we're going to be an interesting.
That's 3 down.
Because if Shane doesn't attack with that Caillou Envoy, Gunnar's going to win a fire ring and just dishonor one of Shane's guys, and that'd be game. So, yeah.
Well, Shane just does a fire conflict.
If Shane doesn't go for the fire conflict.
Yeah, I think he does here because he just...
Well, hold on. If he does go for the fire conflict, then... Oh, yeah, he can sacrifice the guy to ready steadfast witch hunter, right.
Oh, he isn't...
Isn't Mendicant in the conflict?
Yeah, so he plays a katana on... no, he's not. Plays a katana so he can get the trigger. So that's another 2 strength off the stronghold. And that's the game.
3 for Kazooie. So 2 more strength to bring him to 16. With 3 would be 19, and that'd be game. He was actually at 18, I believe, with the favor, 19 to 18. That was a toughie.
Yeah.
And that is it. Gunnar wins it. He is the 2018.
Congratulations. Yeah, sorry. I was already thinking about what we have to do next for the stream. Congratulations to Gunnar. It was a very well-played game. Very generous player. Both players allowing their opponent's errors not to lose them the match and letting them take some triggers a little bit late, which was great. Thank you, everyone who tuned in to watch this. Thank you, Tony, for sitting down with Victor and I to do the commentary. It was a huge help. I think you did a great job.
Thank you guys for having me.
Hopefully we can convince you to help us out some other time.
No problem.
That'll be it, I think, for our coverage of L5R today on this stream. I don't know if this stream will be picking up anything else. We do have X-Wing going on our other stream. I think there's still at least 2 more rounds in Swiss over there. Tomorrow, we're going to have Armada first thing at 11 a.m. And we'll have a top 4 for that, and then we'll have Star Wars Destiny, the top 8 later in the afternoon. We'll also have the graduated cut for X-Wing, followed by the top 16 tomorrow. So still a lot more gaming to watch. We'll be doing more L5R in the future, so you can come back, look for that in our channel. The last thing I'm going to say, if you want to support us, subscribing to us on YouTube is great. Following us on Twitch, VTTV Live 2 is the second stream we created just for this event. If you're gonna follow us, follow our main channel, VTTV Live. That's where we're gonna do most of our events, and we don't need a second stream. And lastly, if you want to throw a little money our way to help cover some of our costs, we do have a Patreon. That's also at VTTV Live. So thank you everyone for tuning in, and hopefully we'll see you on a stream again soon.